What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We're highly appreciated. All right, man, let's get into it, man. I'm like irritated as shit, man. Like, this nigga Snoop, man. Come on, bro. The bad part about it, I had so much respect for Snoop, man. I lost all respect for him, man. This shit is bullshit. So Snoop decides to sit down with Ebro, and talk about the reason why he basically sold us out. And the shit, how he explains it is the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard in my life. It's just ridiculous. And then I think I'm going to try to find this clip of Daz Dillinger of talking about how Snoop and all them made Tupac. We going to get into that. But let's listen to this nigga Snoop excuse of why he went to go basically support Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck how he look at it. But you went over there and sided with a dude that you know that harms our people. But anyway, let's move on.
Coming for Uncle Snoop. Snoop takes a performance gig for some crypto cats around Donald Trump's inauguration. You knew the water was going to be hot, but you went ahead and delved into it. What do you have to say to people now that maybe are feeling some type of way?
Well, I think the situation that needs to be explained is that, 30 minutes or 30 years, right? So how long did I DJ for that night? 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Right? So David Sachs.
Time out. Before he even get into this bullshit, first of all, let's talk about that real quick. He said 30 years of, I guess, in his career, whatever he gave to the culture, to 30 minutes of him DJing for Trump. Basically a Klan rally. Snoop Dogg, nobody's questioning your 30 years of your career or what you did for the culture. Nobody's, we ain't even on that. We're wondering how all of a sudden, nigga, you was anti-Trump, Trump first term. Then all of a sudden, you get ready to start explaining why you did it. Now all of a sudden, I'm not saying he rah-rahing for Trump. I'm not saying that. But you know what black people standing on when it comes to Trump. Anybody. See, you remember the first time when Trump got in office and Kanye West and put it like this, God damn it. The football player that passed away. Jim Brown. Jim Brown, for his whole entire career, stood up for black shit. That nigga went up there that one time and ain't nobody look at Jim Brown the same after that. You already knew how shit was going to be. All you had to do is look at Jim Brown. We don't give a fuck about your 30 years. Nigga, you know where black people stand. And when niggas started going up there fucking with Trump, nigga, we don't fuck with you no more. You already know that. It's a line you don't cross. This whole notion these niggas don't understand when black people say, hey, we not rocking with that shit. And then you niggas, some of you goofy ass celebrity Negroes want to go against the grain because what? You think because what? You Snoop Dogg? No, nigga. It ain't even about your career. It's about, nigga, why would you go up there and be a part of anything with that? You ain't no politician. You an entertainer. And nigga, you got a certain type of reputation. You different from a politician, like a politician is different from you. So you just took the freedom of what you got as an entertainer to go up there and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do for a bag. And then people, you gotta hear what this nigga said. It makes no entire fucking sense, but let's get into it.
which is the head of crypto. So, say for example, Ebro is David Sachs. He's been my friend for 15 years.
People, David Stacks is a racist from South Africa. Him, Elon Musk, all of them from South Africa, a bunch of racists. Just don't get this shit twisted. Look up on David Stacks. He's a racist. So that already, nigga, you throwing us for a loop. You cool with a racist? You friends with a racist? All right, Snoop. He already going down. All right, Snoop.
Ebro gets a job from the White House to go do some crypto business when me and Ebro been doing crypto business since it started. So imagine that relationship that I have with Ebro, and he gets the job at the White House, and then Ebro says, "Hey, Snoop, I have an event that are some very important people there that's going to help with the initiatives that you want to do dealing with the community in the hood. We need you to show up. We got a bag for you and a bag for the community. We just need you for 30 minutes. Boom. Ebro, I'm there. Show up, do the show, go back to the public. Man.
First of all, people, I don't believe that shit. And let's just go off his narrative that's true. Snoop, even at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how much money it is. Because all money ain't good money. But let's just go down this his narrative. How much money was it, Snoop? What did he help in the community? I mean, what was the bag that was supposed to help the community? What was the entity in the hood that it was supposed to help? That's two things. Don't throw that shit out there. I got a bag for you and a bag for the community. First of all, nigga, I'm like, this shit already irritate me, bro. Listen, first of all, what I need a bag for? I'm Snoop Dogg. I don't need no bag. If this is I'm going off his narrative. If this is me, I don't need no bag. I'm Snoop Dogg. Nigga, you want me DJ? All right, I need some money for the community. Even the bag you was gonna give me, that's going to the motherfucking community. So you already on some bullshit, Snoop. But like I said, how much money was it, Snoop? What entity in the community that you was going to use that bag to help the community? I need to know that. Just don't throw that shit out there. And then my thing is, listen, I got a lot of respect for Ebro. Ebro, come on, bro. You going to interview this dude, ask him these questions? Ask some more questions. Don't just let him ramble off on nonsense. This is why I said it ain't no real journalists out here. People just interviewing people to interview them. Even some of the journalists ain't journalists no more. Everybody looking for clickbait. Ask real questions. Stop them. Hold on, Snoop. Well, so how big was the bag? And what entity did the bag go to? What part of the community that the bag was supposed to go to? Nigga need to explain these things. But let's move on.
Why he do that for him over here? Right. Why he represent him over here when all I did was something for him over here for my people over there? But the perspective sometimes is always...
Snoop, that don't make no sense. Listen, first of all, nigga, you already out of pocket for being friends with a racist. And if you didn't know he was a racist, then nigga, that's a shame on you. Number two, if this motherfucker cared about your community that much, he should be giving you a bag. You shouldn't have to do more shit for this dude is supposed to be rich. I'm talking about rich. He supposed to be a billionaire there. Like nigga, he your friend? Listen, let me explain something to y'all people. I shouldn't have to be your friend. You you shouldn't have to be my friend if only we in this shit for money. Like, I don't want to call you my friend because you helped me out financially on some shit. No, our shit should be deeper than that. But anyway, you know, we living in this new times with phony people. But let's move on.
From out of context, because the media threw out their comment, I didn't say nothing. So a lot of times people went to defend me and they went to fight for me or say, hey man, y'all can't say that about Snoop. He did this, he did that. And then you had some people say, well, 8 years ago he said
first of all, let's just go back to what you just said. You said people was you didn't say nothing. The reason that you ain't say nothing because you was trying to figure out what to say. You had to get with your PR people. That's why you sticking to the same old bullshit story that you saying. And then when you first did it, when you first spoke about it, you was trying to mock black people. You was trying to mock your own people. You weren't speaking like this. You was trying to mock us. When you first spoke on it. Second of all, nigga, the niggas that try to defend you ain't nothing but bozos they damn self. Ain't nobody, listen, people, I don't know what's this weird shit people doing right now. It is certain shit when black people say we not fucking with when the majority of us say we not fucking with something, that's law. I don't give a fuck what anybody outside the culture talking about. If you ain't black, don't tell us what we can and can't say or what we gonna do. We are past that bullshit. When black people say we not doing that, when the majority of us say that, that's law. This whole notion, these other Negroes want to come out or listen to other motherfuckers outside our culture to tell us, oh, we doing Snoop wrong or we doing these people. No, nigga. When the majority of the culture speaks, that's what it is. It's law. We ain't trying to hear none of that other shit. Like I said, we ain't in a space right now as black people, as a majority, as a lot of us, we ain't with the whole let's hear people out. Nah, nigga, it's a line you can't cross. And I don't give a fuck who you are as a black person. You cross that line, we ain't fucking with you. I don't give a fuck who. Listen, people, I ain't friends with a lot of motherfuckers no more. I don't have a lot of friends no more. I used to have a whole bunch of friends. Don't have no more. I don't even fuck with certain family members, nigga. Like this shit ain't a game. When the majority of our people speak, nigga, it's law. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. We don't have the space right now to be, you know, let's see where this goes. No. It is certain shit we not gonna let go. Or we not gonna hear out. We don't have the space and the time for that shit right now. Let's go back a little bit.
do that for him over here.
Right.
Why he represent him over here when all I did was something for him over here for my people over there. But the perspective sometimes is always thrown out of context because the media threw out their comment. I didn't say nothing. So a lot of times people went to defend me and they went to fight.
First of all, I wanted to catch that. Fuck what the media talking about. What black people say. I don't give a fuck what the media say. What black people say. What the majority of black people say, Snoop. I don't give a fuck. Talking about, oh, the media put that out. I don't give a fuck what the media talking about. What black people say. Let's just say the media put it out there. What did black people say? Snoop, don't fucking do that shit. Listen, we gave this nigga a chance to not do it. When we heard about this nigga through the media that he was going to do that shit, he was one of them motherfuckers that was going to perform or do whatever. at Trump inauguration. We was like telling this nigga, Snoop, don't do it. So he heard us, and you still did it. Because that racist motherfucker that helped you get crypto, helped you count, put money in your pocket, that racist, you sided with him over your people. So, nigga, don't give us that shit about the media, nigga. Black people gave you a chance not to do it, but you still went to go do it. You still did it. Let's move on.
For me to say, hey, man, y'all can't say that about Snoop. He did this, he did that. And then you had some people say, well, 8 years ago, he said this. But what I say is 30-minute DJ set versus 30 years of real work. Which one matters?
You see how he skipped over that? People said 8 years, he said this shit about Trump, and he just skipped over that. Then he went to 30 years of doing this and 30 minutes of doing this. Nah, nigga. And that's where Ebro supposed to stop them. Oh, Snoop. You just can't gloss past that. You were just talking fuck Trump and all this other shit. And just because somebody that you said that was a friend of yours rocking with Trump, shouldn't you not fuck with him? Like, what's going on here? Listen, people, you can't make this shit up. If I was just to tell you this shit, the shit sounds crazy. But to hear this shit coming out of his mouth, you be like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Listen, as a part of the majority of black people, I say this to all black people. If you got a family member, or a friend of yours, or whoever that side with Trump, which stands for racism, white supremacy, you need to cut their ass off. It could be your own mama, nigga. Like, I don't know, what's this? And the reason I say that is because we need to have some type of unity. We need to have unity. All other races having unity. It's certain shit they won't cross a certain line with their people. They might branch out a little bit on some certain things, but certain shit, they won't cross a line. They know they can't cross that line. And when they do, they out. And that's how black people gotta be. That's how we gotta be. I don't care about the criticism of they saying, oh, we too woke and all that other shit, or we being bigoted, or we being racist, or whatever. We hate this and we hate that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at this point. At this point, it does not matter. Black people for generations, for hundreds of years. Let's just go off the last 100-something years. We've been trying to unify this country and the fucking world in a way for 100 and something years. And what we get out of it? You know what we got out of it? Disrespect from every race. To the minorities, to the white folks. Levels of disrespect. But we supposed to still sit here now in 2025 and these motherfuckers elected a racist. And we supposed to, as black people, the majority, we supposed to sit here and be like, well, you know, we got to keep on fighting for everybody. Nah, bro. Nah. Not doing that. Sorry. The majority of our people spoke. We ain't doing that no more. We not explaining to you why we doing what we doing or why we're acting the way we're acting. We're not explaining that shit no more. Don't ask us, don't even ask us questions. Do you, and we gonna do us. That's how that goes. We don't fuck with y'all, y'all don't fuck with us. That's how it goes. This whole notion that black people gotta be this motherfucking, these kumbaya Negroes again, we're not doing that right now. We're not in a space to be doing that. I don't want to hear what other races of people, what they're talking about. I don't really care at this point. You on your own. Talk to your own people. Get with your own people. Don't come over here asking black people where we at, why we ain't doing this, and explain that to us. No, we ain't explaining, and we ain't doing shit but helping out. I kept telling y'all, all of the different races of people, even the white women, they all thought this shit that what we was talking about before Trump got elected and shit like that, they kept thinking this shit is about us. I mean, they kept thinking it's about everybody. It's not about everybody, because once they start taking white women rights away, gay people rights away, minority rights away, who you think they really targeted? We the one created this shit. We the one created diversity. We the one created everybody getting treated equally. We the one fought and bled and died for this shit. Our ancestors. And now we in 2025, and it took, listen, and you can't blame us. I blame all minority groups for what's going on. I'm not saying everybody in their groups all with the dumb shit, but I blame their groups. I blame their race. Martin Luther King and our ancestors and a whole bunch of other people from our community fought and died for this shit of seeing everybody getting treated equally and having rights and voting and diversity. And you might say in fucking 10 to 15 years, that shit is gone. That shit is gone. Listen, we barely hanging on. All the minority, y'all thought this shit was about y'all? You really genuinely thought it was about you? No, nigga. We are the motherfucking glue. We keep shit afloat. You motherfuckers just living off our shit. Off our blood, sweat, and tears. No, but listen, nobody put more work into this country than black people. No other race. And that goes for you racist ass white people. You ain't do shit. Your ancestors ain't do shit. You think about all your ancestors, go look deep in y'all history. A lot of y'all ancestors was a bunch of criminals. Y'all was ostracized outside of Europe. They wanted to get rid of y'all ancestors. That's why they sent you motherfuckers over here. That's why when you came over here, you did cruddy and horrible shit to the Native Americans and to the black people that you enslaved from boats. They didn't even like you motherfuckers. Let them go to another country. Let's send all the criminals and shit. Go look it up. Go look at the European history. Way before America was even so-called discovered, what it wasn't, or was created. They were sending all the horrible back. Remember Trump kept talking about the Mexico sending they rapists and murderers. They sending they bad people. Okay, the Europeans did too, from the jump. That's why it was so easy for the motherfuckers to come over here to enslave people and kill Native Americans the way they did. Think about it, people. Just think about this shit. If a black country, just like now, right? See how South Africa, the president and all them, they just trying to get some shit back. They ain't even doing none of the horrible shit that the racist white people did to South Africa to take over the own basically 75% of the fucking land, right? You see what they calling that shit now? A genocide. But they don't call what the Europeans did to the fucking Native Americans. And then what they did to our African brothers and sisters, our ancestors that came over here with slaves. They don't call that genocide. We had it the worst than any race. We were slaves for a long, long, long time. And then even after slavery, we still ain't had no fucking rights. They still was hanging us and murdering us and killing us. Shit, in 2025, they still got sundown cities. I mean, sundown towns. Where, nigga, if it get dark at a certain time, black people better not be in that area. A white man can shoot a delivery driver. A black delivery driver, just delivering some shit. And the courts will let him go. It's happening right now, people. You can't make this shit up. But they telling us we tripping. Okay, we the racists. We the hateful ones. We the violent motherfuckers. Okay, cool. Listen, you call us whatever you want, and I'm okay with it. See, I ain't mad at it. See, when I hear racist white people calling black people racist, that already let me know that you are racist. Because ain't nothing racist about a black person. You ain't seen a real racist black person. You have never seen a real racist black person. We ain't got shit on you, racist. We ain't nowhere compared to that.
Which one matters the most? Which one actually matters, and is it a crime? Is it a crime for me to do a 30-minute DJ set to find out more about crypto and financial literacy for the community without explaining it to you when I've never explained nothing to you? I've always done what was best for us in the best interest.
Think about what he just said. He said, I ain't never explained nothing to you, so I don't think I got to explain nothing to you now. But you making moves on the behalf of our people. But you don't have to explain nothing. This nigga got to be smoking crack. Listen, hey, Snoop, you got to start smoking weed, bro. Because we know this shit that's now that people smoke weed, that shit ain't real weed. I told y'all that even the fucking weed that you can get from the dispensary, they mixing that shit with some type of fucking prescription drugs type shit. It's shit in that. I'm just telling y'all that shit ain't true real weed. I was talking to an OG of mine, and my OG, he was a weed smoker. He smoked like that. Since I knew him, he smoked weed. Since I was a pup, he smoked that shit. He said about 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And he was saying, he just was like, one day he was just like, yo, why is they legalizing weed all of a sudden? And he started to really think about that shit. And then so he started researching. And he said, because they making it legal because they're putting prescription drugs. They mixing prescription drugs with it. You know how you cut you know how you cut dope? They doing that shit with weed. And he said, you know, you can call what he thinking his what he found out, he ain't lying about that shit. That shit factual. But his opinion of it, you can call it conspiracy, whatever, but it's just his opinion. He said they just trying to keep everybody high, man. So we won't pay attention to shit. We won't pay attention to politics. We won't pay attention to them bringing in AI. Because AI get ready to take a lot of niggas' jobs. These niggas talking about coal coming back. Like, yo, come on, bro. You listen, think about it. The motherfuckers, they get ready to bring AI. The robots are coming to take your jobs. You mad at the Mexicans, but AI and the robots is coming to take all your manufacturing jobs. You motherfuckers is crazy. This is the real reason why I fuck with the youth. Because the youth, they in the tech. The one thing about the youth, they finding out ways how to make money in tech. And the old motherfuckers that want to sit there and how shit used to be, okay. And you wonder why you don't work 30, 40 years and then tech come and you lose your job and you motherfuckers can't find a job. You got all the experience in the world for these jobs, but you can't get them jobs. They're not going to allow you to get them jobs because they get ready to turn them shits over to the robots. You motherfuckers is crazy. All them McDonald's workers, all that shit get ready to cut out. Y'all crazy. Working in Amazon and in the warehouses, all that shit get ready to go. Y'all crazy. Y'all playing around with these motherfuckers. That's why you think they don't like unions. You get unions, you just can't fire people. I always tell y'all, they hate unions for regular workers, but they like police unions. Think about that. Nigga, they even, and this is facts. This happened in New York. They are using robot dogs to get rid of the dogs. Like you know how you had the K9s and all. Nigga, they getting rid of the K9s, nigga. They already preparing to do a lot of that shit. I told you we may got the 2020. We may got the 2040. It might come sooner. It might, what will be 2025? Yeah, listen, the next 10, 15 years. I'm telling y'all, a lot of this shit y'all think is going away. Listen, there's two movies I need motherfuckers to go and watch. You need to go watch Iron Robot. I think that's with Will Smith in it. And what's the other one? Shit, god damn it. What's the other movie? Is it a movie? It might be. No, it's the cartoon. It's a cartoon. Go watch the old shit back in the day in the 80s. The Jetsons. Go watch that shit. Go watch the Jetsons, the cartoon called Jetsons. It was a cartoons back in the 80s. Go watch that shit and go watch and watch that first. And then go watch iRobot with Will Smith in it. Shit, you probably can watch, what's that one shit that I think it's some shit like that. With Will Smith in it, where it was a disease that happened and it took out a whole population of motherfuckers. Like, yo, that's was John F. Jr. and shit. John F. K. Jr. Look at that motherfucker. This nigga don't have no experiences in He's not even a nurse. He has no experience of what the fuck he's talking about. And they put him in charge of health. Basically. Diseases and shit. He knows nothing. This nigga is swimming in DC in a pond the way they says toxic at. And he took him and his grandkids there and they was swimming in it. To try to prove a point. All right, y'all. Let's move on.
Just a bus. So, to me, my record deals with a lot of
I was going to say this title, I think, speaks to that.
It speaks to it to where it's like I don't have a long conversation about what I did to make you feel a certain way. But I do say this. If I have a bad game, it's okay. I'll come back and put up some more points on the board.
And see, and that's the arrogance of that nigga. And that's what I mean about these niggas don't respect the culture. See, you're a rich entertainer rapper. You don't even respect the culture no more. Snoop so rich at this point, he don't even respect the culture no more. Now, let me say something to y'all. This is why we never put certain rappers on the same level as a Tupac or even a Nas. Because I'm about to be real about this shit, because at this point, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of these weird-ass rappers. I'm sick of them. As much as the culture helped you to be who you are, you get rich and you do dumb shit and turn your back on us. Let me say this. I'm switching this shit straight up. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say anymore about all that other bullshit. My top 5 rappers: Tupac number 1, number 2, LL Cool J, number 3, Nas, number 4, I probably put let me see, because it's hard. So I get fucked up around the 4 and 5. Number 4, I'll probably listen. Number 4, I'm gonna put Eminem there. I'm gonna put M there. Because I remember the whole shit people was talking about, oh, Eminem said the N-word and shit like that. Listen, let me say this too. The hypocrisy of niggas to play this game of letting... Listen, I had a white dude that used to say the N-word around me. I allowed him to say that shit around me back in the day. He couldn't say that shit outside of my niggas, but he said that shit amongst us. We allowed that. Right? At least Eminem apologized for that. At least you don't hear Eminem. He understands that he can't say that shit no more. So I'm not giving an M a pass for it, but I understand the times at that time. You gotta understand, Eminem ain't no new rapper. He an old rapper. He comes from the 90s and the 80s and shit. So that's not like he's not a new rapper. So shit, it was different of him growing up amongst black people like that. And and don't lie. And for black people to lie and say they didn't let white people use the N-word around them, they'll lie. If you had that one or two white dudes that hung around in the hood and they was with you and they rap with you, you let them niggas say the N-word. Stop it. Now we all know that they can't say that shit no more. But you ignorant in the streets and shit like that, yeah, niggas do stupid shit like that. And I was one of them. I ain't gonna say that like I wasn't one of them, but you can't say the N-word around me. It's gonna be a problem. So I'm not giving him a pass, but he grown. He apologized for it. I'm good with it. Now I'm not good with him saying the N-word, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not mad at him. So Eminem, number 4. And I might put him high as Nas. Hold on, I had Pac, LL, Nas, yeah. I might put him over Nas. I think, to me, I fuck with M more than I fuck with Nas. Just on some rapping shit. I just genuinely do. I think that white boy, I don't think nobody really can fuck with that white boy lyrically. Like Eminem is, listen, him and Nas is kind of like them two dudes that you don't want to fuck with them. Like lyrically. Like Nas and M, you don't want to fuck with them. You don't want beef with them niggas. Them niggas they different niggas to beef with. Like seriously, they listen, they do their shit, they make their music, but you start fucking with them, they will fuck your career up. You see, he didn't fuck Jay-Z career up, but Jay-Z didn't say no more, nigga, because he knew better to fuck with Nas out of that ether. Nigga, he dropped one song, and nigga, and Jay couldn't come back from that. Cause see, you fucking with a lyricist, a true lyricist. Nobody's saying Jay ain't lyrical, but Nas is at his core, he's a motherfucking lyricist. So you can't listen. It ain't too many motherfuckers that can fuck with Nas or M lyrically. Nobody. Nobody can fuck with those two dudes. Those dudes, if you piss them off, they will lyrically assassinate you. You don't want to fuck with them dudes, man. And if they get a real hard beat, you in trouble. So you can flip-flop Nas and Eminem if you want, but they 3 and 4. Now, number 5. This is hard for me too. Because like I said, I'm not doing this shit with some of these entertaining niggas no more. You niggas don't deserve to be in top 5 credibility no more. Because see, what comes with being in this culture, because Pac set the standards for you niggas. So, nah. Listen. I mean, you can beef about putting T.I. or Kendrick there. That's how I look at it. Kendrick 5, T.I. 5, 6. You mix them up. Because Pac set the standards for niggas. And I'm sick of niggas just because they made a little money, they popular, they entertain. You don't represent the culture no more. When you fell out with the culture, one thing we know, if Pac was alive, he would never fall out with the culture. Ever. Because he was number one at his core, he was a Black Panther. So he was not going to fall out with his people. Nobody's saying Pac was perfect and no shit like that. But when it came out, people, nah. You ain't had to worry about that with Pac. You don't got to worry about that with LL. You ain't got to worry about that with Nas. You don't got to worry about that shit with those guys. But the rest of them niggas, you got to worry about that. You don't hear about Nas doing some shit and you be like, oh, hold on, Nas. What the fuck you doing, bro? You don't hear about that. We giving Nas his flowers, man. Because listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Nas. I don't like all Nas. I'm not like the biggest fan of Nas music. But Nas got to get his flowers because you ain't never heard Nas get like in some shit where you be like, hold on, Nas. You heard that about Jay? You heard that about Big? Even them to a certain extent. right? Even though he the white boy, but you know, we accept him. Even T.I. to a certain extent. Like niggas like, hold on, T. But them top 3 niggas I just mentioned, you don't hear that shit about Pac. Oh, Pac. Hold on, Pac. Hold on, LL. Hold on, Nas. Nah, nigga. You don't hear that about them, bro. You know, in their whole career. Remember Snoop talking about 30 years, nigga? They been in the game just as long as you, nigga. And then you ain't never hear them, hold on. Ain't never been no hold on with them. We just know the character of Nas anyway. So Nas just one of those niggas. He about his people at the end of the day. Listen, if you talk about any entertainment, should they do more? Of course they should. But who out here, do you really want to be pocket watching these niggas? Because that's basically what you're doing. Because just talking to the community don't do that much. Nigga, you gotta invest in the community. But we all know if Pac was alive. Listen, God rest Nipsey Hussle's soul. We seen listen, and I'm very honest about this. And I'm just talking about overall who Pac kind of was as a person. The only nigga that come close to that is Nipsey. And Nipsey actually did more for the community than Pac actually did. Pac just didn't live long enough. He didn't live as long as Nipsey did. The truest shit Pac said. He said, I know I ain't gonna be able to change the world, but I can spark the mind of somebody to help change to help me help change the world. And he wasn't lying. Because he sparked Nipsey. So it ain't too many niggas like that nigga Pac. That nigga Pac is different. And that nigga Nipsey is the only nigga that I know that came close to like somehow on Pac level, not level, but like close to who he kind of was as a person. It ain't too many dudes like that, man. That's why that shit broke my heart when Nipsey got killed, man. That shit broke me, man, because I was like, damn, we got like, you know what I mean? We got a new era of something like kind of who Pac was. Because I miss Pac. Because I believe Pac was here. A lot of this shit you niggas is doing wouldn't be doing. I'm telling you that now. Pac was way too outspoken. He was way too outspoken. He understood his power too. He just didn't understand how powerful he was of like the ins and outs of outside of our community in a way, right? Like he understood it, but I don't think he gave a fuck. And he was young. Nigga was 25, bro. When he died, he was 25, yo. In his 20s, yo, he was talking like he was fucking my age now. And even Nipsey, he was young, nigga, 33. Like, yo, you talking to niggas that got old spirits, bro. They was different niggas. Even Nas, you talk about Nas, different dudes, man. They different. Them dudes is built different. We can't keep putting Jay-Z up in the top 5 like that. That nigga don't do shit for the community. He does suspect shit. He sold Colin Kaepernick out. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about how many records you sold, nigga. I don't give a fuck how many billions you got. You don't do shit for the community no more. All that money you got, all that influence you got with them white folks, you don't come help out people like you supposed to. Jay-Z supposed to have some shit built in the community. Like I told you, if Pac would have lived long enough, he would have did what Nipsey did. But Nipsey is the only rapper I can say that you know that nigga was in the community and was building shit. You ain't gotta, listen, you ain't got to second guess it. We know he did that. Did he do that? No, we ain't even got to do that. We know he did that. He's the only rapper. And listen, and the one thing about what he did, and I always say this about entertainers, nigga, don't say, oh, well, I don't want nobody to know what I'm doing. No, nigga, you let everybody in the fucking, all hoods in America know what you doing. So it can spark other niggas to do it. Talking about, I don't want nobody to know, I don't want to take credit. Nigga, you did it. You niggas stunt and shine on everything else. But you don't want to stunt and shine or some shit you do in the community. That shit don't even make any sense to me. But anyway, let's move on, y'all.
Point is, I'm gonna keep playing every day.
But you do recognize, because I feel like I know.
And he said he gonna keep playing. That's all you doing is playing. And that's why I say black folks don't support Snoop Dogg no more. Don't support his albums. Don't support none of that shit. Don't go to his concerts. Don't do none of that shit. Let them white people, his white racist crypto buddy, his friend, buy his shit. Let the white racists that he went to go DJ for at the Klan rally buy his shit now. We in the community, black people in the community, we shouldn't be supporting him. Listen, let's be real. Pac is not even from the West Coast. He lived in Oakland and the West Coast and shit like that, but he ain't really from the West Coast. He's from the East Coast. Pac is bigger than Snoop overall. Than Snoop is. In LA, in the West Coast, Pac is bigger. And he been living longer than Snoop. I mean, live longer than Pac. He been living longer. That's the only reason niggas even give Snoop any credibility. Because of his longevity. Pac ain't had longevity. He's still bigger than you. He's still bigger than you. In the world, he's still bigger than you. The fuck are you talking about? I'm gonna keep playing. That's all you do is play. You play too fucking much. That's why them niggas was jealous of Pac, nigga. They didn't have, listen, people, this ain't rumors. This ain't no conspiracy theory shit. Pac was one of the most famous niggas. And he was in the hood. At house parties, nigga. Niggas like, yo, Pac, what you doing here? Pac loved his peoples, man. He loved his fucking people. And listen, let me just explain something to you about a nigga that's a street nigga, right? Like if you grew up in the street, especially if you ain't got no culture, right? You got this gang banging culture or this street culture type of shit. That's all you got in you, right? What happens is niggas that get that type of culture in them, when they get money, they let that shit define who they are. Right? Like, I'm a former street nigga. I grew up in street shit. But the streets don't define who I am. I had motherfuckers that was Black Panthers. That was a part of the Black Panther movement. I knew people like that. Like, I knew my grandmother was in segregation. I knew that. She lived a life in a certain type of way, and still to this day, nigga, she move a certain type of way. Like, I've been around people that gave a fuck about culture. When you are a fucking nigga in the street, and your culture, right, from at your core, is on some gangbanging or some street shit, if you make it out, unless you educate yourself, you just a statistic, nigga. just a statistic. Regardless you made it out the hood or not, you're a statistic because we all know that you niggas gonna sell your soul for a bag. Because nobody gets in the game just because they want to be gangster. Niggas get in the game because of the money and the perks of, you know, the women and shit. But it's mainly for the money. But if you don't have no culture around that shit, like real culture of knowing who your peoples was, knowing who your people stand for. My grandma still stand on business, nigga. I got OGs that was children that came out of segregation. They was children when segregation was going on. When they passed the Civil Rights Act, when they passed that shit, I know OGs that was children. So they like the first generations of coming out of segregation. And they speak on that shit. I had an OG cry to me and said to me, he was crying because even though he was crying because of the shit that he did to the community of selling dope. That's why I told you I'm never proud of doing that shit, selling dope and all that shit and all the violence or whatever come with when I was in the streets. I don't celebrate that shit. That shit ain't nothing to celebrate. I hurt my people. I had an OG sat down and basically cried in my face, man. Grown ass man. And was crying because some fact he know he's looking around in the fucking neighborhood. And he watching how people don't respect shit. We ain't building shit. The level of not taking responsibility and shit. Like he cried. So I grew up around motherfuckers that actually, and I grew around people, even though a lot of fuck shit was going on in the hood, like it was people that took care of other people. We took care of each other in the community. So I grew up around that type of era. The problem with young niggas, like in this, or not the shit on young niggas, but a lot of this shit in the era, you see old niggas, some old niggas though, it's just the era that we in. Nobody want to take care of each other. Listen, let me say this on some real shit. I ain't gonna name my uncle name, but everybody probably maybe have this uncle. Well, we know our uncle, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. We all know he ain't been shit. He was never ever gonna be shit. But as a community, as a family, we took care of him. We took care of him. Till to this day, we take care of my uncle. We know he ain't shit. He ain't never been shit. My uncle, listen, let me tell you something. My uncle will snitch on you, nigga. He will tell all your business. That's why you don't tell that nigga nothing. My uncle lived with his mother, my grandmother, for damn near half of his life. I believe my uncle is in his 60s. If I ain't mistaken. My uncle is probably in his 60s now. Half of his life, he probably even more than that. Probably 75% of his life, he lived with my grandmother. We knew he wasn't gonna be shit. My grandmother knew he wasn't gonna be shit. But we took care of that nigga, we protected him, and it is what it is. Because we knew he wasn't gonna be shit. And he still ain't shit. Just real shit. Only thing get this nigga past now is that he older. Nigga had a couple strokes and shit like that. You get what I mean? And we kind of just, we let him be. We still take care of him. You know? But my uncle ain't never been shit. But we took care of the community. We took care of our people, the good and the bad. We took care of them. And that's what I ain't gonna lie to you, that's what the youth is missing right now. That's what we missing in this era of black folks. We missing that shit. We need to take care of our people, the good and the bad. Like, I know we want to shit on Diddy and shit like that. I get that. But he deserve it. Don't get me wrong. But listen, I'm not saying we got to sit here and defend it. But listen, they're already trying to erase some of our great black people that's real American patriots and real American heroes. They're already trying to erase them. So we can't allow them to tell us we can't listen to Diddy music and we can't listen to R. Kelly music. Nigga, they still listen to Elvis. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta take care of people, right and wrong sometimes. We not saying what Diddy did. We not supporting that shit. You get what I mean? We not doing that. Like, nigga, if he go to jail, he go to jail, nigga. Listen, my honest opinion, I believe Diddy deserve to be in jail. But don't ever get this shit twisted. Who Diddy is, white racist people created him. They created that monster. That's not on black folks. That's not on black folks. Listen, it's a certain type of money. Once you get from the culture, give you some shit, like push you to a certain. We can push you to a certain point, right? It's like when you make it out the hood. We can push you to a certain point. Or when you make it out and you start getting, listen, people. This is why I never like I could have been like on some other shit if I wanted to, but once you cross a line, I mean not cross a line, but once you get to a certain tax bracket and you start, your atmosphere get different. You start getting to a different atmosphere because once you get out the hood, you get to a different tax bracket. You hang around with different types of motherfuckers. And when I got out there and I seen a lot of shit, and I was like, nah, I can't do that. Nah. Because I always tell my wife that. I said, nah. I said, baby, I know you want this and I know you want that, but we had to do some shit to get there. We can't stand on black people business if we start fucking with that. Or we start moving over there. Like, you get what I mean? That shit, it gets different. And it's no different from a lot of these black entertainers. Once they get to a certain level, black people take you to a certain level. And then they get to that level, and then they cross past that level, and they get to a certain spot. Them niggas, you got a choice at that point to make whatever decision. Some people fall victim to it, not on purpose, but some do. Some chooses to say, fuck it. Nigga, I ain't never had this. I ain't, this is the craziest experience I ever had in my life. Like, you get what I mean? Some people like that shit. But that's what happened to Diddy, too. Like, in a lot of our black entertainers, you see him all the time. Even with Snoop, you hearing him now. He's talking like, this nigga talking about, I'm up here. I don't have to explain nothing to you niggas down here to help me get there. You wouldn't even be in that position if we didn't help you get there. Like, he feel like you don't have no loyalty to us no more. Nobody's saying you gotta listen to everything black people say, but we saying, hey, nigga, it's certain shit you can't do. As black people, let me just say this to black folks. It's certain shit we can't do. And I know some black people, they're gonna get upset about that. I don't give a fuck. It's certain shit we can't do. Listen. Listen, I got family members say, oh, nigga, you don't come around, you don't talk to family, you don't do all that shit. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. I can't fuck with niggas that be on fuck shit. I don't give a fuck you blood. You're not going to, listen, I always tell people, I'm maybe about 2 mistakes away, right? Normally, when you get to a certain point in life, you got 1 mistake, right? Or when you lower than where I'm at, I'm right in between that shit. And you lower than me, you got 1 mistake and your ass is done. I got 2 mistakes I can make. I like the 2 mistakes I can have. You're not going to fuck my shit up. Love you, but you're not going to fuck my shit up. It's not that I think I'm better than you. You're not fucking my shit up. Because I wouldn't, first of all, why would I allow you to fuck my shit up and I wouldn't do that to you to fuck your shit up? That shit never makes any sense to me. I'm supposed to go out of my way to somehow make you feel like I'm down and I'm real and I'm part of this. Like, nigga, I don't fuck that. I know when I gotta stand on business. But certain shit, like, nah. Listen, I got family members to this day, nigga. They a lot of them really don't know why I don't fuck with them no more. Because they don't stand on business when it comes to our people. I can't be around people like that, man. And then when you have real conversations with them, all of a sudden everybody be like, motherfuckers family members talking about, oh, this nigga, he think he better than you, or you trying to act like you got it like that or some shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, I'm just talking about some real shit about our people. Niggas don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Nigga tell me, oh, you ain't here no more. You don't know what's going on. Okay, cool, bro. If I'm not dead no more, okay, cool. Fine. You think that? Fine. Not arguing with motherfuckers no more for what? The fuck I'm arguing with you for? That shit crazy, people. Go to a quick commercial break, people. Right back. All right, people, back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real, Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. All right, people, let's get right back into this Snoop shit. I think it's almost over, though, because I want to get into this dad shit.
Well enough. I feel like you recognize where people was struggling to understand why it happened.
I think I recognized that people was looking at the footage from 8 years ago with me, you know, in a mind state of being hatred, having so much hatred towards the president, so much energy of negativity towards him.
First of all, bro, I told you about dudes that even think that they hate somebody. Listen, I don't even hate my worst enemy. I don't hate racist people. I don't hate nobody, bro. Listen, saying you hate somebody, that's a strong word. Listen, my mama taught me that when I was a young pup. You don't say you hate somebody. That shit is strong, bro. So Snoop, like, bro, like, nigga, you just weird for the president. Nigga, he ain't our president. Think about how this dude came. Listen, people. I don't despise Trump no more than I despised him 8 years ago. I still think he's a racist. I still can't stand this motherfucker. But I don't hate him. For you to come out and say, "Oh, I hated the president" or something 8 years ago, and and try to say, "Well, I have grown." It's like a racist telling you, like, "Oh, I used to hate black people 8 years ago. Now I like black people." What? 8 years? Took you 8 years to do that. You 40-something years old. You had black people down there all your life, but in the last couple of years now, I guess, or 8 years, you found a way that you don't hate black people. That shit don't make no sense, bro. You don't hate nobody, bro. That shit is strong. That's a strong, listen, that shit is strong to say you hate somebody. Like, seriously, that's not a word. Even that feeling of hating somebody, that shit is weird. Listen, I'm a real spiritual person too. Like, I know the big man upstairs won't want me hate people. He won't want me even hate my worstest enemy. You know, if people choose to go down certain rabbit holes of being hateful and shit, that's on you. You don't get to take me out of what I believe in my character, who I am, because you so hateful. I don't hate you because you hate me. That's not going to happen. That's a line that I just won't cross. Because once I get to a line where I hate you, then I'm capable of doing any fucking thing. That's what hateful people do. People that hate people, they will cross any lines. If they got that shit in their heart to hate people, they will cross any line. And I ain't got that shit in my heart. I'm not willing to cross certain lines. That shit, no. I live off of morals and principles. I don't hate people like that. That shit is crazy. But anyway, let's move on.
Years later, people were still holding that as thinking that he's supposed to still feel like he felt 8 years ago, which I probably did. But I didn't show that because he wasn't there and it wasn't a night for that. Like I said, it was a business affair. And sometimes my business ain't your business.
First of all, that's not a business. And they say, "Oh, my business ain't your business." Nigga, you wouldn't have a business without black people. That's number one. Then number two, I'm not saying you got to be loyal to us with everything. But like I said, that shit, you got to be loyal to us. As a black man, as a black person. Yes, Snoop, that's our business. That shit looked a certain type of way, like you was okay with this nigga. That's how that looks, Snoop. So yes, it was our business. It wasn't about your. First of all, you made it our business. Time out. Didn't you just say that you was there to get a bag for our people? You got a bag for you, but you said you got a bag for us. So how is it not our business? You said you were doing some shit for the hood, right? For the people, for our people, as well, right? So it is our business, nigga. Fuck you talking about? I told you about these fucking sellouts now. And it's about money with these niggas. They don't have no morals and principles anymore. It's about the bag. Snoop, you really think we gave a fuck about the money? We don't care about the money. Listen, to all black people out here, even though we get at the coons and we roast their ass, you still make us look a certain type of way. As a community. I don't know why you don't think that. Because all the racists can say, look, Snoop changed. He back in the president in a way. All I hear from Snoop is that nigga, I cowered down to Trump because people that's close to Trump that supposed to be a friend of mine told me to because they said they can get me some money. Man, don't listen to them black folks. Don't listen to the majority of them black folks like that, man. Come over here and get this money. Fuck it, they don't understand. No, nigga, we understand. You was a photo op. That's what we do know. So, yeah, we get it. The majority of black folks, we get it. We get it. I'm with the majority. Snoop, you over there. So, nigga, whatever. You tell us it ain't our business. Nigga, you said that you was getting the bag for yourself and the community. So it is our business at this point. But anyway, let's move on. I told you the nigga contradict himself. But anyway, let's move on. That's why I told y'all, I like to do this shit to let them talk for themselves. So you can hear how they contradict themselves. They don't stand on business. But then they try to sit down, I'm being real, I'm being authentic. No, you've been a coward. And you've been a hypocrite. And the shit don't make no sense if we really listen to you. You contradict yourself, Snoop. Or it ain't our business now. You think we cared about the money? Wow. Let's move on.
My business is making music. Your business is if you like it, you buy it. If you don't, you don't. Personal is personal.
Think about that shit. That's what he's telling our people. You buy it, you don't, you don't. That's the way he at. He in that different tax bracket, people. He got connected. He in that crypto shit. He don't give a fuck about us no more. He don't need us no more. And that's what a lot of them sellout niggas do. They get it on a certain level, they act like they don't need us no more. Because they done crossed over. Remember back in the day, we used to call that shit crossover? Crossover? Snoop done it. He just told y'all. You buy. I don't need you niggas. I'm good. I'm getting way bigger bags. I don't need the niggas. That's what he's saying. And he got enough Negroes that will keep supporting his stupid ass. And they stupid at supporting this nigga. That's why I said black folks. The majority. We shouldn't be going to no Snoop concerts. We shouldn't be buying none of his records or anything that he endorses. Nothing. His businesses, none of that shit. Nigga, you gonna speak to us? Like I said, the way how he talking down to us. You buy, you don't, you don't. When it was same shit Nelly did. He's speaking the same way Nelly did. And Nelly, at the end of the day, you ain't even Snoop. That's the crazy shit about Nelly. Your own fucking clique say you ain't shit. You mistreated them financially. So, yeah. Snoop, you canceled, nigga. We don't fuck with you no more. As part of the majority, nigga, we don't fuck with you no more. We don't fuck with you no more. Nigga, you just put the nail in the coffin. You just let us know we don't matter to you no more. You support what you say? You support or you don't support. We choose not to support you. And the bad part about it, he's still going around in the community pretending that he's still helping the people with his little football shit here and there and throwing money like a politician. This nigga done turned into a fucking entertainer politician. That's all he doing. Told you, shit changes when you get to a certain tax bracket. That's why I listen. I was there, people. I was getting ready to cross over. Do you mind say cross over? Nah, I'm good. I seen how motherfuckers telling me, oh, you got to speak a certain type of way. You can't act this way. What? I can't do what? Nah, I don't need to be a part of that. I don't fuck with a lot of my white friends that I used to fuck. No, I'm not doing that. And you saw my black friends that made it, that was in that vicinity of that shit. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. You sure you don't want me? Nah, I'm cool. Nah, I'm good. Listen, ain't enough money in the world. Listen, I gotta look myself in the mirror at the end of the day, people. You know what I mean? It ain't enough money in the world to make me do that. To act, not be who I am. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I believe I'm a decent human being. So I don't wanna jeopardize that. I don't want to jeopardize me being a decent human being. Nah. Fuck that. You can keep that shit. That's what Snoop is telling you. He sold his soul. He good. He don't need us no more.
Not a political person to begin with, so normally I don't get involved in politics, but it just, that move right there was so crucial.
First of all, nigga, I can't stand when niggas say that. Or when people say it. I'm not a political person. But you speak on political shit. And everything is political and everything is politics. You doing politics right now, Snoop, with your bullshit. Everything's political. Everything's politics. Everything in everybody's life is about politics. If you don't vote, if you don't stand up for certain shit, what happens? Shit continues to keep happening, right? So, nigga, what are you talking about? Everything's political. Everything's politics. That's life. The one thing about this generation, I think a lot of people understanding that everything is politics. Everything's political. Everything. In your life, nigga, going to that gas pump and seeing them prices. You like, nigga, if I just, if we just do this and then load some shit. Like, you get what I mean? Like, everything's politics. I don't really speak on nothing. I don't really get involved. Nigga, the day you support any candidate, you are involved in politics. Like, stop the nonsense. Just ridiculous. Let's move on, y'all.
What we're doing and what we're building inside of the financial literacy community and with the youth. Because you got to understand this, and I'm not trying to go sideways with it, but I'm just giving you some facts. Most kids that graduate from high school have been in high school learning nothing that prepares them for life out of high school. So if I could prepare you with football and send the kids to the NFL, and then...
First of all, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you go to high school now, a kid go to high school. Right now, it will never prepare you for life. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? Fuck you think you talking to? If you go to college, you get a college degree, it won't prepare you for life. Life is different. Reality is do you understand that a high school kid, a child, they have, regardless of, they could be the smartest motherfucker in their class, all A's, straight A's, it still wouldn't prepare them for life. Real life wouldn't prepare you. Everybody, listen, people, when children graduate from high school and they go to college, they naive. They will fuck around, may get into some dumb shit, maybe. And then even when you get in college, you get all that shit, right? Get all that experience. Graduate college, get without, you still ain't prepared. You still ain't prepared. Doesn't matter how educated you are. You still not prepared for real life. Because see, in real life, you got a lot of haters. You got a lot of gatekeepers. You got a lot of motherfuckers that don't want to see you win. They see up and coming talent coming. The old guard, the gatekeepers, oh, then we got to find a way to push them down. That's real life. That's real life. And that's in every business, every corporation. What? Because you educated? That's going to prepare you for life? Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, you need to be educated, but you need life experience. You got to experience shit to really understand life. Not just being educated. I'm not saying people don't supposed to walk around with get education. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yeah, you need education, but you need life experience. You need to know how it feel to lose. You need to know how it feel to have a motherfucker that can't stand you because they can't figure you out. You gotta have that life experience where you doing everything right, but they don't like that. Hey, maybe you need to be a little bit more social. I need to like you. Talk to me more. You do everything right. You doing your job, everything. You qualified, everything. But they don't like you. You communicate with others, but you don't communicate with that one motherfucker. And they can't stand that. I'm somebody. Why he ain't close to me? Why he ain't talking to me? No education. As educated as any kid or anybody come from high school, college, they can't, nothing will prepare them for that. How would they know how to handle that? When you do everything right. You do everything right. You do your job right. You educated. You know how to do it. Everything. But that one thing that person says, hey, that's over top. You say, hey, you know what? I don't really kind of like him because, I'm kind of skeptical about him because, he don't talk to me. You show him respect every time you see him speak, all that. But they don't like that you don't talk to them or interact with them like they think you should. And they can fuck your whole career up on that. They can have people around you thinking that you this bad person. What education in high school or college can prepare you for that? It ain't no education that can do that. Listen, people, I've been around some of the smartest people I ever knew in my life, but they have no fucking reality smarts. They have none. I had a motherfucker that don't way smarter than me, educational wise. Like listen, nigga, motherfucker like that. Very educated. We get in social gatherings. Motherfucker one day told me, real shit, told me, Person I was cool with, and not cool with him no more, but motherfucker told me, he said, hey man, because I brung around my people and shit like that, and I was around his people, and then we work together and shit like that. So it's a different atmosphere. There's certain different types of atmosphere, right? He said, damn man, everywhere we go, man, people drawing to you, man, you good, man. Like people fuck with you, they like you. He's like, I don't get that. It's like, I don't understand. I said, because you don't have no life experience. I'm not saying everybody gotta go be in the hood, none of that shit like that. But I'm not saying like my IQ is very high. I'm okay educational wise, right? Like I'm all right. Like I'm not like this fucking intelligent person, most intelligent person in the world. I'm not gonna ever say no shit like that. But I'm okay. I can listen. I can have the conversations with real people that's very educated, right? But I can sit down with niggas that don't have that type of education and connect. And motherfuckers like, oh yo, I appreciate that. I like that. I can get in any circle. Any circle. And I will make plenty of fucking sense. I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not. And if I don't know nothing, nigga, I ask questions. That's the thing. People think they get in these situations. You get somebody you sitting because I've been in situations where people are much smarter than you. They know shit. You know nothing about it. You try to sit there like, I know that. You try to pretend. Nah, nigga, I'll be like, oh, what you mean by that? Explain that to me. I don't understand. I'm one of those motherfuckers. People who like to sit there and pretend they know shit that they don't know. That's why you feel like fools. That's why you feel like you can't connect. Because you don't understand. You don't understand sometimes you don't get to know everything. Sometimes you got to learn from other motherfuckers. But that's the problem with people in the world. Especially in America. Motherfuckers act like they know everything. They don't know shit. But anyway, but my point is, people, is to put that out there as this whole notion that you got to be this so educated person. You don't have to. Nobody's saying you don't have to have no type of smarts about you, but or education, or knowing anything or being educated, but you don't have to be the most smartest person in the room for its education. Because sometimes you need to learn some shit from others. First of all, if you know everything, number one, is a lie. Number two, for you to try to pretend that you know every fucking thing, then you lying. You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. That if you know every fucking thing, that mean you perfect. And nobody in this world is perfect. If you bleed like me, you are not perfect. If you born like how I was born and you die, and you can die, and you die, and nobody, it's over, then you don't know every fucking thing. That's a lie. Listen, is it some people more smarter than others? Yes. That's just life. Is people more educated than others? Yes. The problem with people that's not as educated as others, they get in these situations, they pretend that they can't have that they don't humble themselves and say, you know what? I don't know this. Explain that to me. Everybody want to act like, oh, I know what's going on, nigga. You trying to say I'm stupid? No, nobody's saying you stupid. You just don't know what the fuck you talking about. Let the motherfucker that know what he's saying talk it so you can understand it. I told you, we just dealing with people with. That's why you got so many stupid people have so many YouTube channels and so many podcasts. They stupid as shit. A lot of them stupid. They say all types of just talking point shit. They don't really explain shit. They just say what the next motherfucker said. That's all they do.
A financial literacy program to help you outside of football, which is going to be very valuable to you living in real life, then it's my job to go ride for the people. And sometimes the people don't understand, but they always say, if we don't have a seat at the table, how we going to make a difference? But as soon as we get a seat at the table, everybody want to pull you away from the table. Yeah. So that's why sometimes it's good to just go to the table by yourself, go get the information, and then bring it back. Because that's what I'm real good at. That was just a public situation that got blown out of proportion because I never answered. I didn't come back and deflect that energy and say, I just let people talk. Snoop's a sellout. He did this, he did. And I heard all you. Every last one of you motherfuckers. All you. So I heard all you bitch asses. So shut your bitch ass up is for y'all. And is it the crime is for the people that didn't understand.
Well, let me see here. There is
let me go back. Let me go back because I let y'all hear it, but I want to break it down. What this bitch ass nigga said. Go back.
I can prepare you with football and send the kids to the NFL and then get a financial literacy program to help you outside of football, which is going to be very valuable to you living in real life. Then it's my job to go ride for the people. And sometimes the people don't understand, but they always say, if we don't have a seat at the table, how we going to make a difference? But as soon as we get a seat at the table, everybody want to pull you away from the table. So that's why sometimes it's good to just go to the table.
First of all, listen, let me just say this too. See, that's all excuses of why he's just excusing himself of why he did what he did. Listen, do we have people in the community, right? This ain't all out good people. We don't condone all that shit. What Snoop talking about. We need a seat at the table and all that other shit. I get that. Listen, my whole point of what that is look, my problem with that is that Snoop, if you at the table, you have to explain why you there at the table. You don't get to just be like, I don't have to explain myself. If I'm explaining why I'm at the table, whoever get mad, they get mad. But if I'm not explaining why I'm at the table, motherfuckers got a right to be mad at me. I don't listen. You can't make moves. Listen, you can't make moves when it comes to the black community and you speaking on our behalf. Right? It's fuck us when we criticize you, but then when you go make moves for our community, look what I'm doing for y'all. You don't even explain it. That shit don't make no sense, bro. Listen, this is the real reason why I told y'all this. Listen, I had plenty of opportunities to be a fucking millionaire, bro. I swear to y'all, I had chances to do it. I choose not to. I rather if listen, if I do it on hard work, I'm okay at getting that money, and I'll show you how to do it. If I got rich like that, or I hit the lottery or some crazy shit like that, right? I'll show y'all how to do that shit, right? But I had plenty of opportunities to be a fucking millionaire. Plenty of opportunity. Listen, I probably had maybe about shit. I could just say probably in the last 15, 20 years, I probably could have did it. I probably could have did it. I probably could have did it. Like, I would want to tell y'all about this one situation, but I won't do it. Because that, I don't want to throw other motherfuckers under the bus, right? That I'm not mad at, but they did some shit. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. But listen, when you get to a certain, like if you cross a line and you get in a certain level, you have to explain shit. When you say you're representing the people, you have to explain that shit to the people. You just can't make moves, nigga, and say, well, it's my business. No. You're making moves partly on the behalf of the people. If you just making moves, nigga, if you just on some Candace Owens shit, we good with that. We cool. We don't fuck with you, but we cool. At least you being honest. But this whole notion, it's even when sometimes Candace Owens go, I'm just trying to wake black people up. No, don't do that. Just stand on that bullshit. You can't tell black people we don't have a say when you keep saying you doing shit on the behalf of us. Like, no, bro, that's not how that work, bro. But I told you, in American culture, they have downplayed black people so much that where somehow black people don't even respect us, that they don't have to run shit past us. When the majority speaks. And I told you about some motherfucking black folks. Sometimes they get in their life, shit happen in their life. But I told you, it's more black people that did more shit to me than white people. Physically. But I ain't scared of my people. I don't hold that against all my people. Nigga, that's just probably an environment I was in. When all that shit, let's just put it this way. All that shit the violent shit I was happening, that did more violent shit to me with my people, you know when that shit changed? When I got out of the game of being in some violent shit. Ain't a black person put their motherfucking hands on me since I got out of the game. No black person. Not one. And I've been out of the game 20-something years. Ain't a black person put their hands on me. So I can't make that excuse no more. Oh my God. Oh, like how they like to make. Oh, they ask you, ain't more black people did harm to me. I can't make that excuse no more. Physically, can't say that. Even emotionally, I can't make that point or make that point of like, oh, there's more black people that try to fuck me over than some white folks. I can't say that. I can't say that. And first of all, even if I said that, I live amongst my people. So, of course, the people that's around you, some of the times going to do fuck shit to you. It happens. You don't think white people go through that with their own? Or the Mexicans or any other race? That happens. That's life. But I'm not going to assume every black person I encounter will do some fuck shit to me. That's bullshit. Listen, people, do I get more criticism from my people or do I get more criticism from any other race that's outside of mine? My own people, because I'm amongst my people. That's why I get the criticism that if I do get criticism or whatever, it's because I'm amongst my people. Of course, it's supposed to be like that. You think ain't no Mexican ain't getting no that Mexican ain't getting more criticism from his own people than the rest of us? You out your goddamn mind. Especially if you're amongst your own. The Chinese, you name them, white folks, it all happens. But you're amongst your own people. So of course you're going to get that. I don't hold that against all my people because I'm amongst my people. What the fuck am I mad at that my people, some of my people, they may be ignorant or they may not know certain shit that they criticizing me on? I'm going to get so mad to the point where I'm just going to make moves without them or without the good black folks that I know that all my people ain't fucked up like them. This is what this nigga is saying. I love my people way too much than allow a certain percentage of black people to criticize me to the point where I say, fuck all my people. I'm going to do me. That's selfishness. Let me say this to all black folks that's trying to do something good or positive in your life or whatever. You're going to get more black people to probably hate on you, especially if you live amongst your own. You can get more black people that hate on you, that's going to say more negative shit than any other race, or probably do you wrong. You live amongst your own. All your people ain't good. All your people ain't educated. What the fuck? And neither is the rest of the other races of people. But they make excuses for them, though. Black people always got to turn down out ignorant, out stupid. Nigga, they just is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. They don't get to stop what I'm trying to do. You can hate me all you want, some of our black folks, or disagree. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I always tell you, I got the majority that rock with me. So I don't got no reason to turn my back on my people because of some certain motherfuckers. A little small percentage of motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about that. Listen, half the time when niggas, certain black people hating on you or criticizing you, a lot of them just mad because they can't do what you do. They mad at you because they can't do what you do. They don't have that gift of gab, or they financially ain't good. It's a lot of shit that come with that. But that's in every race. But like I said, I'm used to it. You know why? Because I'm amongst my people. I can get rich today or tomorrow. I'm still going to be amongst my people. I said this shit to my wife. I said, I wish I would have run into $5 million. Nigga, I'll buy this block. I'll buy this block that I live on. And I'll be amongst my people. And I'll buy a block. And one half a couple houses might be mine. But the other half of that shit, nigga, I'll probably build a business that bring jobs and help people in the community. The fuck we talking about? Nigga, I don't leave my people. I love my people. I love being black, nigga. That's what I love. I love being black. I love my people. I'm not trading on my people because a certain couple of black motherfuckers gonna hate. You think if you get rich, niggas all of a sudden ain't gonna hate on you? Nigga, I ain't even rich and I know niggas hate on me. The fuck are you talking about? This whole notion that people think, oh, you get a little money, you get a little this, and you move out, you get what niggas hating. Nigga, what? Niggas hate on you when you ain't got shit. Listen, if all y'all live in the community of not having shit, let one of y'all just get some shit that somebody in the community they don't got. It's gonna be a motherfucker or a couple of motherfuckers gonna hate. But I tell you, a lot of times it's how you treat people too. You get a little something, you gotta know how to treat people. Nobody telling you gotta go broke or trying to help people, but nigga, they gotta see that you trying to help. Now, even if you try to help, it's always gonna be haters. You heard Cat say, nigga, if you got a couple of haters, nigga, that hate on me. Fuck is you talking about? Like, yo, that happens. That's life. This is real life around here. And these motherfuckers sitting around here. Oh my God, I got so many haters. I'm rich. I'm Snoop Dogg. I got so many riches. I'm crypto rich. And they hating on me. Ain't nobody hating on you, bro. Even if you do got haters, nigga, you've been rich for a long fucking time. You've been famous for a long time. You should know how to handle haters, bro, at this point. Fuck is you talking about? This dude is unbelievable, man. Let's move on.
By yourself. Go get the information and then bring it back. Because that's what I'm real good at. That was just a public situation that got blown out of proportion because I never answered. I didn't come back and deflect that energy and say, I just let people talk. Snoop's a sellout. He did this, he did. And I heard all you.
First of all, let me say this. Let me explain something to you. You can't call me a sellout. You can't call me Uncle Tom. You can't call me a coon. Nigga, if you call me that nigga, that's fighting words, nigga. Like, seriously. As a black man, as a black person, nigga, you can't call me that. No. Nigga, we got a problem. My people cannot think that I'm a fucking sellout. You can't think that. It's like, all right, prime example, right? I remember one of my family would say, nigga, I think it was my uncle or something. And he said, like, oh, nigga, you don't come around, you act like you don't fuck with niggas. And I told that nigga, I don't fuck with everybody. I was honest to him. Well, nigga, he said to me, said, well, because you don't fuck with everybody, don't mean you can't fuck with me. I said, nah, you still fuck with the motherfuckers that I don't fuck with. Y'all supposed to change? Like, nah. You don't fuck with people that you don't fuck with. And let me explain something to you very clearly about being called, a black person being called a sellout or a coon or something like that. That shit is like, it's like a white person calling a black person a nigga. It's almost close, it's in that same range. For black people or black person to call you or your people to call you a sellout or a coon. And for you not to care about it, nigga, that let me know your character. You can't call me no motherfucking sellout. You can't call me no coon. Fuck wrong with you? Nigga, that's fighting words, nigga. Like, nigga, that's some shit that get you fucked up fucking with a motherfucker like me. We fighting, nigga. We fighting. Listen, listen, and if the shit go real left the way because how these niggas don't fight no more, then shit go left to where point guns get involved. You don't, yo, that's some shit you don't do. You don't say to, listen. You think I want to call Snoop a sellout or a coon? I know what that means when you call somebody that. He's a fucking sellout. He's a coon. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I ain't calling you that because I want to call you that, nigga. I know it's consequences that comes with that. Like, please, Snoop. Like, come on, man. Stop that nonsense shit. You can't call black people sellouts and not a black person. I don't give a fuck about no other races. Somebody, a black person call you a sellout, nigga. That's fighting words, nigga. That's fighting words. You fuck around, might get killed fucking around. Seriously, it depends what the atmosphere is. Seriously, you don't. Nobody listen. Black people, listen, there's certain shit that black people don't do. We do not call other black people sellouts and coons like that. Not the majority of us. We don't do that. That shit is like, it's like crossing a line. You don't call black people sellouts. Other black people can't call black people sellouts. Nigga, you better have evidence. It's almost like snitching. You better have some motherfucking evidence. You better put that out there to tell me how I'm a motherfucking sellout or a coon. You better tell me. It better be evidence. And first of all, let me say this on Real Talk. I say it's a nice high percentage of black people, when they sell out, they know they already sold out. So they ain't that mad. And that's why Snoop is talking the way he's talking. Because he knows he is a sellout. He knows he a sellout. Niggas, first of all, nigga, as a black person, if niggas, even just on social media, niggas start calling you a sellout, a buck, that's a cool, nigga, you supposed to have been out that bitch defending yourself. Because ain't no way a nigga can call me a sellout. Ain't no way. You call me a sellout, nigga. First of all, I want to know, show me where I'm a sellout. These are conversations, nigga. I'd be all on social media then. I'd probably be on Twitter and all that. Excuse me. Tell me how I'm a motherfucking sellout. I want you to prove to me how I'm a sellout. Nigga, you don't, listen. Real black people don't play like that. We don't play with that sellout shit. It's like a racist white person. It's close to that. Like a racist white person calling a black person a nigga to their face. A real black person, you fuck around, get your ass whipped. It don't even matter where we at. I know one motherfucking thing. You call me a nigga to my face, you in my face, I'm gonna fuck you up. We fighting. I'm just telling you that now. You can be far away calling me a nigga all you want. I know you're a bitch ass motherfucker, but if you roll up on me and call me a nigga, and listen, if you got a gun or something like that, that's different. You got a gun pointing at a motherfucker, calling him a nigga. That let me already know you're a coward. But like I said, you put that gun down, I guarantee I'll whoop your ass. I guarantee you that. Motherfuckers like to call people out their name and disrespect them with guns in their hands. Nah, put them guns down. Put that gun down, call me a nigga to my face and see what happened. You on social media calling me all types of niggas and degrading shit. Yeah, you won't, in person, you will never say that to me. I guarantee you wouldn't. And listen, I ain't gonna say you're not guaranteed to say. If you said it to me in person, shit ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. So listen, I'm already letting you know. So that means you probably going to have your gun. Cause that's the only way you gonna get away from me without getting fucked up. I guarantee you that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, ain't no black person gonna call me a motherfucking sellout nigga. You call me a sellout nigga, we got a problem. And no disrespect to Bro Bell. I mean, Bro Bell, he confused of nigga being a sellout because we disagree with each other. No disrespect to Bro Bell. Love Bro Bell. We squash that shit. Nigga, you never ever call me no motherfucking sellout because you disagree with me. And listen, you better have you better, this shit better be documented that I'm a sellout, or I'm a coon, or I'm cooning. You better document that shit. Man, that nigga, we ain't talk for a little minute after that. Ain't no nigga you talk to me like that, nigga. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't call black people sellouts like that. You don't do that. You don't call them coons. That's no shit that you not black people. Black people can't do that though with black people like that. You better have evidence. You better show a motherfucker that's a sellout in the coon. So Snoop, nigga, we calling you a sellout in the coon because we got evidence. And like I said, and I put it this way, Snoop, if that's the case, nigga, if I seen you in person, I'll call you a sellout. I'll call you a coon to your face. And it comes whatever it comes with. That's how much I stand on that shit. The fuck is you talking about? Nobody be sitting there just calling black people coons and sellouts like that. We don't do that. That ain't, listen, that shit is harsh, bro. It's almost telling black people, and I don't like ever trying to do that, telling black people because I disagree with them and I think they sellouts and coons, they ain't black. Like, you crossing the line with that. No, motherfucker's still black, bro. Even though they're a sellout and they're coon, but you can't say, though, they ain't black. They black. We just don't fuck with them. They coons and sellouts. But it hurts these motherfuckers that you call them that. Listen, I'll tell you this. For me, I won't call nobody a sellout and a coon that's a black person if I ain't got the motherfucking evidence. I can't prove it. If I can't prove it, I would never call you that. Fuck I just disagree with you. I don't like what you said. I don't like a lot of shit that a lot of black people say, but I don't call them coons and sellouts. But if I call you a coon and a sellout, I got evidence of why I call you that, and I feel that way. I stand on that shit. So if you got a problem with it, nigga, hey, nigga, you want to fight? Let's do that. It ain't gonna go well like you think it's gonna go. It ain't gonna go the way you want to. But anyway, let's move on.
Last one of you motherfuckers. All you, I heard all you bitch asses. So shut your bitch ass up is for y'all, and is it a crime is for the people that didn't understand.
Wait, let me see here. There is
you see how he disrespect us? He want to be gangster all of a sudden. Now he want to be gangster because he been called a sellout and a coon. Snoop, you can talk all that gangster shit all you want, nigga. You rich, nigga. You ain't gonna never come in contact with real motherfuckers like me. Because if you came in real contact with me, I'll tell you why you're a sellout, nigga, and you're a fucking coon. All that gangster shit you talking. You ain't no gangster, nigga. You still claiming Crips and shit. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't no real gangster. Real gangsters understand when you ain't a part of that street shit no more, you don't get to claim that shit no more. Excuse me. When you out the game. When you out the game, you don't get to claim none of that street shit. Fuck out of here. Talking about how you gangster. Well, now I ain't saying he's talking about how you gangster, but talking like he gangster. You ain't gangster, nigga. Because like I said, Snoop, you rich, bro. Ain't nobody gonna approach you or get that close to you to talk that shit to you no more. You ain't a part of the community no more, bro. You in a different tax bracket, bro. Ain't nobody can come to Snoop and say, oh, Snoop, you're a sellout, you're a coon, or a real motherfucker like me. I ain't gonna be able to get that close to you. And the crazy part about it, I can tell you why you're a coon. But you won't allow a nigga like me to get close to you like that because you know better. And like I said, you listen. Let me just say that these niggas be never mind. Snoop, you need to stop, bro. That's all I'm saying. You need to stop. Let me see if I can find this Daz Dillinger shit. Where he said that he was better than Tupac. Like I said, at the end of the day, Snoop, you're a sellout, you're a coon, nigga. And like I said, I wish you or your peoples would ever give me the opportunity to tell you why. But I know you wouldn't. So fuck you, nigga. That's how I stand on that shit. Fuck you, you coward ass nigga. You're a bitch ass nigga, and I stand on that. Because you ain't really like that. You're a coon at this point. And you want to know a motherfucker, a real motherfucker to tell you that you're a coon? I tell you that shit to your face. And like I said, it ain't nothing your security can do. Because, nigga, if we meet up, nigga, I'm going to have my people with me. So it is what it is. Nobody scared of you, nigga. Fuck us. Nigga, fuck you. Coward. You sold out to that motherfucking racist white man. That's what you did. Gave you some crypto. You think you better than niggas. Fuck you, nigga. Anyway, hold on. Daz Dillinger said that he created Tupac.
Daz Dillinger said that he created Tupac.
Oh yeah, he made Tupac. Okay. Hold on, people. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right, people, we back. Now, Daz Dillinger from from the Dogg Pound. Because that's the only thing he known from. And he listen, I ain't gonna try to downplay his beats and shit. Nigga, he gave Tupac some of the greatest fucking beats that I ever heard in my life. But that's because I'm a Tupac fan. Ain't because of him. It's because I'm a Tupac fan. Right? But he did that. I give him his props. Right? Now, I want y'all to hear how disrespectful this nigga is when it comes to Tupac. One of the, not the one is, he's the greatest rapper that ever walked the face of the earth. He is the greatest rapper. Ain't nobody bigger than him. Sorry. To all you rappers and shit, and listen, I got love for a lot of rappers and shit, but ain't nobody bigger than Pop. It's like I'll be always trying to tell y'all, when you talk about Michael Jackson, nigga, stop mentioning Michael. Ain't nobody, don't compare him. Listen, the only person that you can compare Mike to is Chris Brown. That's it. You can compare him. It's like Michael Jordan. Nigga, you only can compare Kobe to him. It's like shit. It's like Pop. The only nigga you can mention that's close to Pop is Nipsey. And I'm being factual about that shit. I don't give a fuck about all these fucking goofy niggas keep playing around with this fucking game like that. You niggas are not Pop. You never will be on the, even Bootsy. Even Bootsy goofy ass. Nigga, you boo Pop. Nigga, you ain't Pop, nigga. You are not Pop. You are not Pop. Nipsey was in an era. In this same era. Where niggas respect Nipsey because Nipsey was about that real shit. Ain't a rapper that's they can say that these new niggas can talk about, oh, we was on Pac level. Like, oh, we speaking that shit Pac was talking about. No, you're not. Only Nipsey can say that. God rest Nipsey's soul. He the only nigga that you can mention to Pac or about Pac. He's the only nigga. It ain't no other nigga. None. No other rapper. Sorry to tell you niggas that. Ain't nobody come close to that. Sorry to tell you niggas that. You niggas keep thinking this shit is about rap. Pac was bigger than rap. That's why he's bigger. He's big around the world. He's not just big in hip hop. He's not just not big in America. He's big outside of fucking America. They got morals of this nigga outside of America. Ask any of them rappers, do they got that? Unless they paid for it. Pac ain't had to pay for his morals. Only nigga come close is Nipsey. That's it. Ain't none of you niggas come close to being the greatest rapper or close to the greatest rapper. None of you niggas. Any rapper. You can name them. It don't matter. Overall, no. Sorry. But let's listen to this nigga, Daz Dilger, talk about how they made Pop. They made Pop.
Dillinger said something that kind of sparked. Oh, it made a lot of people angry. Let's just say that.
Yo, I got a problem with this. You know, people are always saying that Snoop, Dr. Dre, us, everybody, we was jealous of Tupac. How can we be jealous of Tupac and we made Tupac? You know what I'm saying? We put that album together. We came over there. We gave him music. We did that. We wanted him to be the man of the man. You know what I mean? So how was we...
Time out. First of all, you made the album. You didn't make no album. You didn't make All Eyes on Me. Listen, first of all, nigga, let me just say this about any producer. Yes, your beats is great. Yeah, you had accomplishments in an album. Right? If you're a producer, get that, respect it. Understand. That's Dilger. Pop made great albums without you. Dear Mama is more of a fucking classic than anything you produced for Tupac. You did you create Dear Mama? Huh, nigga? You can name any motherfucking album on All Eyes on Me. A producer that produced anything on All Eyes on Me. Is any of those fucking records or production bigger than Dear Mama? I'll wait. I'll wait. It ain't a song on All Eyes on Me that's bigger than Dear Mama. You fucking idiot. Anything you produce on fucking All Eyes on Me. It ain't a fucking production or anything you produce on All Eyes on Me bigger than Dear Mama. Nothing. Not one. Not one, nigga. That Dear Mama goes down in classes for hundreds of years. That shit get played every year. On Mama's Day. What are you talking about, nigga? It ain't nothing you produce on All Eyes on Me that's bigger than Dear Mama. Nothing. Not nothing. That fucking single sells more than fucking Tupac whole All Eyes on Me album. Every year. What are you talking about, nigga? Did you produce Dear Mama? No, you didn't, you bitch ass nigga. You didn't produce shit. Talking about we made Tupac. You ain't make Tupac, nigga. He was already who he was. He made you niggas better. Because you used to say that. But now all of a sudden you forgot. Got a little gray hair. I don't know what the fuck going on with you, nigga. All of a sudden, y'all made Tupac? Because you gave him some beats on All Eyes on Me. Tupac was already bigger than you niggas. He was already bigger than you. Daz Dillinger, the Dog Pound, he was bigger than you. He was bigger than Snoop. Cause what happened? When Pac came there, took over all your shit. Y'all gave all y'all beats to Tupac because he was better than y'all. Y'all even admitted that when Tupac came there, he make y'all work ethic better. He was already better than you. He's better than all you niggas. Stop. You niggas on the West Coast was only big because Tupac represented that. He wasn't even from the West Coast. He's from New York. But he had so much love for the West Coast because they embraced him. You niggas ain't like, stop, bro. That's different. Since you made Tupac, why you not bigger than Tupac? And you alive. Pac dead. Pac been dead over 30-something years. Almost 30 years. Why you ain't bigger than Pac? What? That's just, why you ain't bigger than him? You made Tupac, right? Why you ain't bigger than him? Since you made him, you made Pac. You can't make a nigga that you was never ever on a level of him. And all you niggas from Death Row said, we ain't never seen no nigga like Pac before. That nigga in the studio, we ain't never seen no shit like that. Pac made us better. Y'all all admitted that. And now you talking about you made Tupac? Nigga, are you stupid? Are you high like Snoop on that new weed? Are you niggas crazy? You made Tupac. Y'all made Tupac. You ain't never made Tupac. Stop. It ain't no shit that y'all ever did for Tupac that was ever bigger than Dear Mama. And that was before he even fucked with y'all. This shit is a classic. That Dear Mama shit, nigga, it's not even a classic. It's an anthem. Ask yourself, Daz Dillinger, Dog Pound, anything Snoop got, what's an anthem? And I ain't talking about just no gin and juice. Because we already know Dear Mama is bigger than gin and juice. We talking about a nigga that you got a classic. They gonna play that bitch every year on special holidays. Fuck you talking about? We know Dear Mama sell more than anything or stream more than anything that the Dog Pound ever did or Snoop did. These are facts. You niggas are not. Stop disrespecting Tupac, man. Seriously. You niggas, listen, and not disrespect the West Coast like that, because I respect the West Coast. But listen, some niggas on the West Coast, y'all need to check niggas like this. Ain't nobody in the West bigger than Tupac. Nobody. Ain't none of you niggas bigger. Tupac represent that motherfucking coast more than he represent New York the way he did. The fuck wrong with you? They didn't even respect the West on the East Coast like that. Let's be real. They didn't respect the West if it wasn't for Tupac. The fuck are you talking about? But Pac did it because you know why? Because Pac, he was born in New York. He grew up over here, over this way. He was born in New York, raised a little bit in New York, in Baltimore, and shit like that. Then the nigga moved to Oakland. Then he had some shit down in Atlanta in the South. Like, this nigga was multicultural in that way. Nigga, he made motherfuckers. Everywhere that nigga went, he was somebody. Who the fuck are you niggas talking about? That is it. Who the fuck are you think you... Nigga, let me say this. You better not ever in your fucking... Listen, I know you did it, but nigga, stop disrespecting Tupac. You didn't make Tupac, nigga. Death Row didn't make Tupac. He made Death Row better. Don't get that shit twisted. And understand something too. Yeah, Suge brung him over the West Coast. Suge did that. He brung him to Death Row. None of you niggas had no say. He made you niggas better. You wasn't gonna be shit. Like, let's be real. None of you niggas was gonna be shit without Pac. And the nigga, listen, and they don't want to be real about it, but I'll be real about it. You niggas wasn't even gonna be shit. If Pac didn't come that motherfucking Death Row, wasn't gonna be shit. Because none of y'all niggas was on Pac level. You had Snoop. That's it. Lil Dre with his beats and shit like that, he a legend. But come on, man. You niggas can't rap. You niggas weren't even on the level of Pac. Pac made Death Row. Well, I ain't gonna say that. He took that shit to a whole nother level. I ain't gonna say he created Death Row. I ain't gonna be like you niggas. He made Death Row bigger than what it was. Fuck are you talking about? I'm about, oh, you made Tupac. You niggas don't, you niggas, and you admitted it yourself, you didn't even know how to be in the studio like Pac did. Pac showed you niggas how to get in them studios. His work ethic was crazy. You couldn't even get in them studios like that, bro. You didn't even want to get in them studios. That you could listen. First of all, that's different. You may be probably about 2 or 3 years, maybe older than me. I grew up in those times, bro. You niggas wasn't like that. You niggas wasn't like that. You niggas wasn't like that. And the only reason you was even known like that was because of Snoop. Even your beats. Nobody even knew that you made those beats for Pac or whoever. Nobody knew none of that shit until later on when Pac was dead and shit was happening with Death Row. Nobody knew who the fuck you niggas was producing nothing. Nobody even knew, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Ambitious of what, Ryder? Nigga, we ain't know you created that, nigga. Till later on and years later after Pac was dead, so many fucking years later, bro. We didn't even know you did that. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? Tell me you created, y'all helped create Pac. Y'all created Pac. Fuck is you talking about? You niggas ain't had no work ethic. You talking about you created a motherfucker because you made some beats for Pac. The fuck are you talking about? Still to this day, you want to be real? Still to this day, Dash Dillinger. Still to this day, nigga, we still think Me Against the World is better than fucking All Eyes on Me. It's a lot of Tupac fans that think that. You bitch ass nigga. Fuck is you talking about? No lie to you, I'd rather live my honest opinion. Because I like all Pac shit, but on real shit, I'd rather listen to motherfucking, and I'm not trying to, like, people trying to know you being biased. No, I'd rather listen to motherfucking Me Against the World before I listen to a fucking, like, if I had a choice, Me Against the World before I listen to All Eyes on Me. I think All Eyes on Me is a classic. Don't get me twisted on that. But I love Me Against the World. I love that shit. That's Pac to his core. That shit he did with over there with Death Row, nigga. He just, like, I always think that Pac did a lot of that shit because, nigga, he was trying to get it. He did a double CD. He was trying to get the fuck out of there. My honest opinion. He was trying to make up for what Suge did for him. And I'm not saying Suge, I'm not saying Pac was, he wanted to leave Suge. I'm just saying he was trying to make up for some shit. And don't get it twisted either, nigga. Y'all had no choice but to give Pac them beats. Because all you niggas was scared of Suge. Stop. All these niggas talk all tough now. Suge in jail. Suge ain't got that motherfucking pressure on them niggas like that. I remember back in those days, you niggas ain't had that. Y'all wasn't like that. Dash Dillinger. You wasn't like that, nigga. Stop that shit. Suge ran you niggas. Suge told you niggas to give Pac all them beats. Stop that. Oh, we just gave Pac them beats. No, nigga, you gave them beats because Suge told you to. You bitch ass nigga. That's why at the end of the day, since you this great producer, you all as you created Tupac, why nobody mention you as one of the greatest producers of all times? Why is that? And you produced some of the great hits with one of the greatest, with the greatest rapper of all time. Why nobody mention you? Huh? Is that because of Suge? No, nigga, because you don't. Nigga, listen, I'm not saying you trash. I'm just saying, don't sit there and act like, nigga, you like that. You're supposed to do way more than what the fuck you did, you goofy ass nigga. I'll be right back, people. Give me a second. All right, people, we back from quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. Listen, man, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit that niggas trying to take credit for some shit that they didn't do. I mean, not even take no credit, but it's like, you know, you trying to act like you made Tupac. Nigga, you didn't make Tupac. Listen, I love the West Coast. It's no disrespect to the West Coast niggas and all that other shit. But when you got some West Coast niggas out here like Dash Dillinger and Snoop and all them niggas downplaying Tupac, like, nah, nigga, he made y'all fucking coast the way it was. He represented y'all shit more than y'all did. And that's facts. Ain't nobody represent a fucking coast the way that Tupac represented the fucking West Coast. Let's be real. Stop that shit. Niggas disrespecting Pac like that. Stop that shit. And the crazy about it, if you gonna disrespect Pac like that, then nigga, then just say that Pac is an East Coast nigga then. You niggas don't get to represent Pac no more. That nigga had California Love. Listen, I'm telling y'all classic shit that Pac did. Ain't none of them niggas got classic shit like out there like that, nigga. When you hear Pac, California Love, nigga, who the fuck got a motherfucking bigger song than that? Who got a bigger song than that? Listen, I love Kendrick. Not like us. I love that shit. That shit gangster too. I love that shit. But nigga, he ain't got. Listen, it's up there. It's up there with the Pac shit. But it ain't Pac shit. It ain't California Love. It's not that. I'm telling you, it ain't no nigga from the West Coast that got way more popular song than California Love. You name any of them West Coast niggas. They ain't got a bigger song. Like, stop it. I'm just being real. I love my West Coast niggas, but stop it. Ain't nothing big out there. You got your local California shit, I get that. But ain't nothing bigger than what Pac did with California Love to represent that fucking coast like that. And that shit's still big to this day. It ain't a fucking record. You name it. Name one. Let's move on, man.
Really putting his album together. You know what I'm saying? Taking songs from us and giving it to him. How is that jealousy? The only jealousy there was.
He said that Pac was taking songs from him. No, Suge was telling you niggas. Talking about. He said, let me go back. Because I want to go back. Let me go back. So bad.
You know what I'm saying? Taking songs from us
Hold
and
on.
giving it to him.
Let
How
me go
is
back.
that?
Let me go back.
We wanted him to be the man of the man. You know what I mean? So how was we jealous putting his album together? You know what I'm saying? Taking songs from us and giving it to him. How is that jealousy? The only jealousy there was Suge Knight in his ear and everybody's ear, causing confusion. Look at them now. You know what I mean? All on this little podcast.
Let's
Always,
go back. Let's go back. I ain't go back far enough. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? We put that album together. We came over there. We gave him music. We did that. We wanted him to be the man of the man. You know what I mean? So how was we jealous putting his album together?
No, I gotta go back. My bad.
Everybody, we was jealous of Tupac. How can we be jealous of Tupac and we made Tupac? You know what I'm saying? We put that album together. We came over there. We gave him music. We did that. We wanted him to be the man of the man.
First of all, time out. They didn't give Tupac music. First of all, they gave him beats. Right? And I'm not trying to downplay I don't want to downplay producers. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. So all the producers out there, I'm not trying to downplay y'all. But I'm going to downplay this nigga. Nigga. Ambitions of a Rider. Would that be big if Tupac didn't do it? Understand? It's like telling. I was having this conversation with my wife. It was like having a conversation. Niggas talking about they downplaying shit, right? Of an artist. You create a beat. Okay, it's supposed to be what it is. But it's like telling a producer that produces the beat for Chris Brown. And Chris Brown take that motherfucker to a whole nother level. Or Beyonce. Did that fucking producer make Beyonce? Or Chris Brown? Are you stupid? And mind you, it's different even in the R&B shit. Because they do write some shit for them. You talking about Tupac that heard the beat. He heard that motherfucker. He heard that bitch. Heard all them beats. That's this is dead. You heard them. And Pac, and they said it themselves. They say Pac heard the beat. That shit hard. Okay, hold on. I got some shit. They used to say Pac. They admitted themselves. They admitted this shit themselves. Pac heard a beat. Okay, cool. All right, I got it. They used to say Pac used to go in the motherfucking studio. All that shit on death, all that shit he talking about, all that shit on death row, all them beats that he say he made. They say Pac used to just hear that shit. Pac used to knock 5 of them bitches out in a day, and ain't none of them could do it. None of them. All them artists over there, all them producers, none of them. They couldn't even keep up with Pac. They couldn't keep up with him. That nigga used to go in the studio and knock out 5 fucking songs a day. It ain't an artist that do that now. But you talking about classic shit. We not talking about some shit, nigga go in the studio, just rap on some shit, freestyle. Pac had that shit written. He had it written. Or he would write it right there. He would write that shit right there. That's why niggas talking about, oh, Pac ain't lyrical. Get the fuck out of here. Pac top 5 lyrical. It ain't a nigga that can do what Pac did. Because half of them niggas had to wait a long time to get their lyrics together or put it together and shit like that. Pop would hear that shit, knock out 5 songs. What rapper you know that does that even now? Other than them freestyling nonsense shit that don't like, shit sound like garbage. And mind you, they can't say, oh, Pac already had it written. They used to, listen, them niggas on Death Row, they used to say, Pac used to go to his motherfucking pen and pad and just write some shit down when he hear a beat. They never said that Pac just did some shit. I'm not saying he never did no shit freestyle, but they said a lot of shit, 95% of his shit, when they was interacting with Pac, he was sitting there, hold on. That's the beat. Hold on, give me a second. And he used to write. That's what Pac used to do. That's what Tupac used to do. These niggas can't even do that now, and them niggas couldn't do it back then. What the fuck are you talking about? Jay-Z, prime example. They say he ain't never write. Okay, cool. Jay-Z used to take an hour to hear a beat. Pac ain't had to do that. Pac used to get that beat. Pac get that motherfucking beat, and you get to start writing. In about a minute or two, all right, put that bitch, rock that bitch. Let me hear it again. Okay, cool. Let's rock that. And then mind you, after he do a beat, he throw other niggas on it. And then he say, throw the other fucking beat up. Let's hear it. And Pac used to do that shit all the time. Listen, when you talking about the rapper, a motherfucker that rap, Pac is the rapper. Ain't none of them niggas like that. None of them was like that. They're just talking that shit. Nigga, they didn't create Tupac, nigga. He helped the fucking West Coast. Because, listen, I grew up back in those times like that. They wasn't, they was not respected like that outside of the West Coast. These are facts. So that's your, anybody from the West Coast, you want to get mad, get upset at me, nigga, you say whatever you want to say. I know this for a fact. None of you motherfuckers, the West Coast wasn't respected like that until Tupac came. The fuck are you talking about? They were still questioning, can y'all rap? Yeah, y'all had Snoop. Y'all had Dre. Who else in the West Coast really can rap like that? That was superstars. That was like that. Nobody. And we'll never say Snoop Dogg is a better rapper than Tupac. That's bullshit. We already know that. That's some bullshit. So you can bring up, Snoop is a great, he's a great rapper from West Coast. He ain't better than Pac. We know that. Don't lie like that. All you West Coast motherfuckers, who's a better rapper? Tupac or Snoop? If you pick Snoop, you lying. That's bullshit. That's why I say you pick Kendrick or T.I. in that 5th spot. Because I give T.I. I give Kendrick that motherfucking spot. He like that. That nigga like that. He the only nigga I know that if he was, listen, if he would be consistent like Pac was, we be talking different about Kendrick. to me. But I'm gonna put Kendrick in the top. He could be 5 or he can be 6. He in my top 5, top 6. I'll put it that way. He in my top 6. Kendrick like that. He's like that. But don't get that shit twisted. He not Pac though. You gotta do a little more. And like I say, y'all think it's just about rap. I'm telling you, you talking about a nigga, and that's the thing I respect about Kendrick. I see he doing it, but he gotta do a little more. This shit gotta be bigger than just some fucking hip hop shit. Pac was bigger than hip hop. He actually give a fuck about people. He would speak on some shit that was injustice. And I think people forget that about Pac. That's why we look at motherfuckers like me look at Pac as like the GOAT. Because he did shit that these rappers wouldn't do. Because they wanted to make their money. They wanted to be whatever it was. Pac didn't give a fuck about that. Pac was going to be Pac. And ask these niggas, ask your rappers, your favorite rappers, are they willing to sacrifice to stand up for the injustice, to lose some money? And you got to understand, when Pac was doing what he was doing, nigga, the government was against, the whole government was against him. Nobody was fucking with Pac. That rap music, that. And it wasn't just the white folks, it was black people against Pac. Do you understand that? Do you understand how big Pac was? How important he was? You niggas looking at these niggas now, these niggas don't do what Pac did. Nowhere close to it. They ain't willing to sacrifice. Pac did that. And he still was big. He still was big. Why you think Ice Cube hated him? Ice Cube hated him. Ice Cube can sit there and lie all he want. He hated Tupac. Every chance he get, I don't like the hit him up shit, but he can make No Vaseline and act like, and he'll say, oh, well, No Vaseline was the better diss track. But you don't like the Tupac shit. What? That shit don't even make no sense, bro. Them niggas was hating on Pac back in the day. I'm telling y'all. Ice Cube, all of them. They was all hating on Pac. This niggas now these days, I don't like the hit 'em up shit. The fuck you talking about? Because you didn't do what Pac did. That's why you mad. That's why you hate that shit. You don't like it. The fuck you talking about? You made no Vaseline. And you say, and he said on his mouth, he thought no Vaseline was the most hardest diss track ever. But he don't like, all of a sudden he don't like the Pac shit because it was too disrespectful. So that means the shit was better than yours. Fuck you talking about, nigga? That nigga Ice Cube full of shit too. I told you, all them niggas was hating on Pac back in the day. I'm telling y'all, man. Motherfuckers be acting like, oh, Kenny, oh, you just being biased. No, nigga, I'm telling you. I lived back in those days like that. I lived back that whole Pac, East Coast, West Coast shit. I lived that shit. I'm telling y'all, it was a lot of niggas from New York hating. It was a lot of them niggas from the West Coast hating on Pac. They was. And they can sit here and lie now, but it is what it is. Or they love Pac, they got respect, but they lying. Them niggas couldn't stand Pac. They hated him. Listen, when that nigga died, yes, let me tell you something. When Pac died, yes, it hurt. The community was hurt. No lie to you, it hurt. But all them fake rappers and all that shit, nigga, they was happy as shit. They was happy as a motherfucker. They was happy that Pac died. All of them, East and West. They was happy as shit. I lived that era. I know them niggas. That's real talk. Listen, Snoop was happy, nigga. Because now he can get the shine that he thought that he's supposed to have. Nigga, you would have never got no shine if Pac was still alive. You know that. You know that. And that's real talk. He knows that shit. He wouldn't have got no motherfucking shine if Pac was still alive. He know that. That nigga was, listen, part of him was, in a core shit, he was happy that Pac died. He know better. He trying to sit there and lie and shit. Trying to sit there, Pac, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Oh, me and my brother, we was real friends. No, nigga, at the end, y'all wasn't. Because you betrayed them. These are facts. How much he rolled for you and rolled for the West. Nigga, listen, nobody want to talk about this shit. Snoop always come out and talk that bullshit he talking about. Nobody want to talk about this. When that nigga was going through that case of him catching the murder, who was there? Was it Dr. Dre? Or was it Tupac? Niggas like, oh, Dr. Dre was on he was on what the shit they say? They say, oh, Dr. Dre was on Dr. Dre was on I can't think of it right now. Give me a second, y'all. Dr. Dre was on shit. What was that was? He was on. They were saying Dr. Dre was. Damn, I can't think of it right now. Damn. Can't think of that shit right now. Oh, he was on damn, what was that? He was on damn, what was that? They kept saying, oh, Drake couldn't come around because of fuck. The fuck, why they say that Drake couldn't come around? They say that Drake couldn't come around because of damn. Drake couldn't come around because of house arrest. I'm sorry. Damn, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I'm sorry, people. They said that Drake couldn't come around because it was on not house support, but damn it. Oh, damn, that shit left me that quick again. They said that the nigga Drake couldn't come around because house arrest. I'm sorry. House arrest. He had the ankle bracelet on and shit like that. Listen, let me tell you something. That's partly true. I get that. Did y'all understand that Pop was on probation? I'll tell you how real Pop was. Pop was on probation, just getting out of jail. It was certain shit that Pop couldn't do. Just being out on that bail shit that he was on. It was certain shit that he couldn't do. You know, Pop still did it. So these niggas, they be on that bullshit. They lying. No, I didn't say lying, but they pretend like everything all good. No, Pop, he ain't supposed to be around no criminals and federal felons and shit like that. Excuse me. Pop still did it though. These are facts. Pop was out on bail. It was certain shit that he couldn't do. They still went to Snoop trial and all that other shit, supported him and all that other shit. Go look it back up back in the day when Pop got out on bail. It was certain shit he couldn't do. But he still went to support Snoop. Why Dre ain't do it? Mind you, remember Dad just talk about they made Pop? Like, why didn't none of them niggas go do it? They wasn't there like that. They wasn't there like Pop. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, like these niggas, they wasn't who they was back in the day. And now these niggas, all of a sudden, now this day, now they want to talk about how they was. Nigga, you was not like that. That tells you was not like that, and you still ain't like that, nigga. Till to this day, if you made Tupac, nigga, then show me why nobody respects you as a motherfucking producer. Why is that? Why you not one of the biggest producers of all time? Nigga, you ain't bigger than Pharrell or Timbaland. None of that. Nobody recognized you in that way. And you created one of the greatest albums, right? You say the greatest albums of all time with Tupac. And nobody mentioned you. Nobody mentioned you. Because you know why nobody mentioned you, nigga? Is because of some fact Tupac was bigger than you niggas. He made you niggas. You talking about you made Tupac. He made you. He made all you niggas. You niggas wasn't shit back then. I lived those lifetime. I lived that lifetime. Nigga, no disrespect to the West Coast. There ain't nobody thought about you niggas like that. Talking about he like that, you know, we created that. Nigga, we didn't even know that you created some of them beats. We didn't even know that. That's real talk. And this bitch ass nigga, he's sitting out there talking about you created Tupac or we created Tupac. How? How you created Tupac, nigga? We ain't know nothing about you back then. I grew up in that time. We ain't know who the fuck you were. The fuck you talking about? Oh, goofy ass nigga. Talking about that shit you created Tupac. You stupid as shit. Tell me how you created Tupac. You did some beats? Nigga, like I said, you name any of them beats on All Eyes on Me, they not bigger than excuse me, people. Them shits ain't none of them fucking songs that he created or produced with Tupac is bigger than Dear Mama. Facts. You can sit there and lie all you want. That's just you talking about you created Tupac. You out your mind. And then you try to say, oh, well, we created Tupac. Nigga, first of all, nigga, Pop was bigger than you niggas. He was already bigger than you. You dog pound niggas, he was already bigger than you. Now, you can say Snoop. Okay, he was somewhat on that same level. We can say that. But none of you niggas on the dog pound was ever on Tupac level. We already know that. So stop lying. You created some beats. You got with the nigga that was the hottest nigga that came over Death Row. Pop came over Death Row, made you niggas bigger. What are you talking about? Pop was bigger than you. Already before he even came over there, you gave him a beat. He was already bigger than you. Just off his persona, he was bigger than you. Come fresh out of jail, he's bigger than you. That's that nigga Dash Dillinger. How big is he? You only know of the producing shit that you did for Pop. That's all you known for. You ain't big, bro. You ain't never been big. Fuck are you talking about, man? No, I'm big. We made Tupac. You ain't made Pac, nigga. Tell me how you bigger than him. Since Pac died, you used his catalog of what you did. Or you created some beats. That's all you did. How big is you after that? What you have done, Das? I want to make this very clear. Because this nigga tell he better than Pac. Well, they created Pac. I'm sorry. You created Tupac. All right, you created Tupac. How big is you out of that? Nobody mentioned you as somebody in the production level as a Timberland and none of them. Nobody ever look at you that way. These are facts. So, what you talking about, bro? And then number two, okay, cool. So you bigger than Pop. All right. You created Pop. I'm sorry, my bad. You created Pop. Listen. Like I said, you name any beat that you got on All Eyes on Me that's better than motherfucking Dead Mama that stand the test of times. Huh? Name it. Name a beat. Ambitious Errata? Okay, that's cool. I tell you one motherfucking thing, nigga, I ain't listening to that shit on no Mother's Day. That should come out every year. Pac sells millions. His estate sells millions just off of that motherfucking Dear Mama. Y'all know motherfucking Ambitious Errata. None of that shit you created. And I'm not saying it's fuck shit. I'm just saying, don't compare it. The fuck you out your mind? What you talking about, nigga? You ain't never made a beat that set the test of times or what you talking about you created Tupac. Or we created Tupac, we gave him beats and shit. Nigga, you get the fuck out of here. You smoking crack cocaine, nigga. The fuck out of here. I mean that shit. I stand on that. I wish that just or whatever say that shit. Nigga, you stupid as shit. You dumb as a motherfucker. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You can't talking about you created Tupac with your fucking beats on All Eyes on Me. Are you stupid? Ain't none of your beats outdo Dear Mama. These are facts. Tell me how any of your beats that you did for Tupac outsell what he had for Dear Mama. Tell me that. I need to know the numbers of that. Matter of fact, I know the numbers. You ain't gonna tell me that. I already know the numbers. You don't, none of that shit you did, Ambitious Errata and all that other shit you did for Tupac, we gave Tupac everything. Ain't none of them shits is bigger than Dear Mama. These are facts. You fucking goofy nigga. What I tell y'all, man, about these niggas that sit there, niggas always trying to take credit for some nigga shit. You ain't take, first of all, you can't take credit for Tupac shit. Tupac was who he was, nigga. Ain't wasn't nothing that ain't any of us revolutionary, bro. It ain't nothing that we can do about that, bro. But it's weird that these niggas now trying to take credit for his shit. That's Dilger. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't like that. Even if Snoop said it, I'll be pissed. But you ain't you beneath the rest of us with your career. You ain't shit. Now stand on that. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. Fuck you talking about? You created. Y'all created Tupac. Tupac wouldn't have been Tupac. Yeah, all right. Tupac was already who he was, bro. And then listen, let's go over that dumbass narrative you say. Oh well, Suge made us do it. That mean you're a pussy nigga then. Suge made you do some shit you ain't had no business doing. Fuck you talking about? That mean you're a bitch ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? And then you try to act like, oh, we were trying to do this to help Tupac. No, you said that Suge made you. Suge made you do some shit. You know, because basically that's what you're saying. Suge made you niggas get Tupac them beats. So that means you're a bitch ass nigga on top of that. And then you mad at Suge. Talk, oh, nigga, Suge shouldn't be talking like that. Nigga, if Suge was... Listen, I lived back in those days. I'm telling y'all, this nigga, he talking all that gangster shit he talking now. That nigga wasn't like that. A lot of niggas weren't talking that gangster shit like that when Suge was like that. Niggas was scared of Suge. East Coast and West Coast. Stop it. I wish you niggas stop bullshitting. Suge was who he was, nigga. Stop. Them niggas wasn't like that back in the day. I'm telling y'all. Then they sitting there, they trying to pretend, oh, Suge ain't this now. Yeah, you can say that now. But back in the day, Suge had a lot of these niggas shook. Them niggas wasn't doing nothing back in the day. And I'm telling y'all that. Suge had all them niggas scared. And they sitting there, they all of a sudden now, everybody want to be tough. No, Suge had them niggas scared. I'm telling y'all that. On my mama. On my life. Them niggas, a lot of motherfuckers, East Coast, West Coast, South. They was not like that. Suge had all them niggas scared. And them niggas sitting there acting like, oh, Suge wasn't who he was, and they gonna talk gangster shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. We know who Suge was back in the day, nigga. He had a lot of you niggas scared. The fuck you talking about? All of a sudden now everybody got new perspective or something. Oh, Suge didn't do that. Yeah, all right, cool, man. You say whatever you want, man. Listen, I grew up back in those days. I'm telling you, all these niggas talking all that gangster shit. We want to scare the Suge and all that shit from the West Coast. Nigga, they was scared of Suge. They were scared of the West Coast because of Suge and Pop. They lying. They fucking lying. They are fucking lying. These niggas is lying. Suge used to come to the East Coast with all that shit. These niggas is lying, talking about they weren't scared. They are lying. Why y'all letting these people lie to y'all, man? All of a sudden now, oh, Suge locked up, everything, what it is, everybody can speak, whatever they speaking. Man, fuck Fat Joe too, because he a liar too. All them niggas lying. Fat Joe is a bitch ass nigga too. All them niggas, they wasn't fucking with. Listen, come on, man. Come on, man. Suge had these niggas scared as fuck. I stand on that shit. Them niggas was scared of Suge. East, West, South, North, he had all these niggas scared. And they lying. Sitting there like, oh, Suge wasn't who he was and all that shit. We weren't scared of shit. Now you niggas said Suge locked up now. He ain't got the power that he had. He had power back then. And Suge was who he was, nigga. You niggas was scared of Suge. East, West, South, North. All you was. All of you. Don't lie, you bitch ass niggas. You all was scared of Suge. Oh, bitch ass niggas. I can't stand niggas do that shit. Sitting there now. Even now, niggas sitting there. Oh, we ain't scared of shit. Okay, cool, man. All right, man. I'm not saying Suge got this shit right now. I'm not saying that. But for niggas to lie and pretend that they wasn't scared of Suge back in the day, that's a fucking lie. Suge had this shit on lock. Them niggas was scared. East, west, south, all of them was. They are lying. Fat Joe bitch ass, he was too. Fuck he talking about? Nigga, you can't roll over the West Coast like that without Suge giving you a pass. You knew that. That's a fact. Fuck you talking about, nigga. You, first of all, you the same nigga that disrespect Big Pun fucking wife. Nigga, I don't respect you for that. That nigga made you who you were. And you don't get that nigga it's a respect and love the way you're supposed to and give him the money of that family like you're supposed to. Fuck you, nigga. So you gonna tell me, well, I wasn't scared of Suge. Fuck you, nigga. That's a lie. That's a lie. Every nigga from the East Coast, West Coast, South, whatever, they all was scared. All of them was. They are lying. If they say they wasn't scared, they lying. You can call it the Midwest, you call it whatever. Niggas didn't fuck with Suge like that. They didn't play with him like that. That's a fact. Them niggas sitting there and they playing, lying and shit. Suge was who he was, nigga. And they sit there and they playing now. Suge locked up now, so everybody play with his name. No, nigga. These niggas didn't play with Suge's name like that. That's a fact. I grew up in that era. All these niggas now, all of a sudden talking that shit now, they coming out, they lying. They did not play with Suge like that. That's a fact. And when Pop was alive, they didn't play like that. I'm telling y'all, man. Stop letting these niggas down all of a sudden. They want to speak some shit. They lying. They're fucking lying. They didn't play with Suge. They didn't play with Pop like that. They did not play with the West Coast like that. When Suge ran that shit. It's a lie. All of a sudden now, everybody got all this gangster shit they talking about. That's a fucking lie. I lived in that era. They are lying, bro. All them niggas. All of them. Anybody talking that shit about Suge or Pop back in those days in the 90s, they lying now. They lying. Unless you was connected to Suge and Pop, nigga, you was in fear. That's a fact. Stop allowing these niggas to lie to y'all, man. They are fucking lying. They are fucking lying, bro. They are not like that. Motherfuckers, all of a sudden, everybody tough now. These niggas ain't tough. All the motherfuckers talking about, oh no, you know. Yeah, we was back in those days with Pac and all that other shit. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, it's maybe about, and I'll be real about this. It's maybe about 5% of them. When they talk about some shit, they right about it. But the other 95%, they lying. Them niggas were scared of Suge. They were scared of Pop. They were scared of them niggas. I'm telling y'all that on real talk. I lived in that era. Them niggas, listen. Telling y'all, them niggas wasn't like that, man. They was not like that. New York niggas, LA niggas, in the South or whatever. They was not like that. A lot of them was not like that. Stop allowing these niggas to do that shit now. Because they lived it. They ain't with that shit no more. When Pop and fucking Suge, when Suge was who he was and Pop was alive, them niggas was scared of fucking West Coast. They was scared of Suge. They was scared of Pop. These are facts. And them niggas that sit out there and lie and pretend, oh, we weren't scared of them. That's bullshit. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. I lived it back in those days. And I'm telling you, them niggas is lying. Them niggas is lying. Don't let them niggas bullshit y'all like that, man. That shit is bullshit. I can't believe that. Like we live in this different era, and I get that. But yo, don't let these niggas lie to y'all like that. Them niggas wasn't like that. A lot of these niggas you hear they talking, I was scared of Suge. They lying. They are lying. They was scared of Suge. They was scared of Pop. Even Snoop bitch ass. That bitch ass nigga. That's why he started hating. That's why he went there and he got in New York. Oh, you know, it was just hating on Snoop shit. He was like, oh, well, nigga, I'm good with the niggas over the East Coast and all that other shit. But he was the same nigga that putting out diss records. Think about what this nigga was doing. And then now he wants to sit there. Oh, I ain't never did no shit like that. That's a lie, bro. That nigga Snoop is a bitch nigga. And I stand on that shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I told you none of them niggas would ever come on Tupac level. Nothing. Because Tupac would stand for some shit. Them bitch ass niggas, he don't stand for shit. And a lot of them niggas that you know that's rappers or whoever they may be, they don't stand for shit. They can't stand for shit. The fuck out of here, bro. Motherfuckers lying and shit. Lying. Talking about they better than Pop. They know Pop. They like that with Pop. Get the fuck out of here. Pop, they ain't even fuck with these niggas. A lot of these niggas they talking about, or they love Pop, Pop ain't even fuck with them niggas. I lived in that era, bro. I know what he stood for, bro. On real talk, I didn't know Pop personally. Never say that. But I know what Pop stood for because, nigga, I was riding with him. I didn't like the East Coast like that. I lived in it, but I didn't like them niggas. I know motherfucking well. I know what Big Bro stood for. He didn't fuck with them like that. He felt a certain type of way. And motherfucker sitting there acting like, you know, that's that bullshit, bro. Just trying to tell y'all, man, them niggas ain't like that, man. And they never was like that. Them niggas used to sell. They used to sell. Listen, you see all the shit they doing now? They selling themselves out, bro. All them niggas was scared. Snoop, all of them. They all scared niggas. Fuck Snoop Dogg, man. Snoop is a coward, bro. You know, Pop was the only nigga. He was on parole and all that shit. It could have happened to him. He was the same nigga that showed up to the courts when it happened to Snoop. He was the only nigga. Remember, they kept talking about, oh, Dre had all this other shit. But, oh, you know, Pop could have went to jail too. Because he didn't supposed to be around felons. But he still did it. That was a part of his shit. Pop still did it, though. Why Snoop ain't do it? Why Dre ain't do it? Why they ain't do it? Pac did it. Pac could have went to jail, bro. He was out on bail, bro. They told him, you can't be around felons and all that shit. What Pac do? I need y'all to understand that how real Pac was. All these niggas talk that shit, but tell me how real they was. Tell me how real they was. Pac did that shit. Pac ain't supposed to hang around Snoop. When Snoop was on trial and shit, and all the motherfuckers, whatever, he's a felon. They all felons. But Pac did it. Why Snoop and Dre and none of them, Dogg Pound, none of them, they wasn't around. They wasn't in Snoop shit. Why is that? Y'all tell me why. Yeah, all right, man. Like I said, I told you, these motherfuckers ain't real, man. And I'm gonna leave it as this. Like, I'm really gonna leave it as this. Start talking to me about real shit. I do real shit. These niggas ain't real. I do this shit for real, real. I talk about real shit. These motherfuckers is sitting here and they know all that shit they talking about that ain't real. Stop lying. Stop trying to act like I'm the motherfucking fake nigga or I gotta explain something to you. I don't gotta explain shit. The motherfuckers ain't real no more. Ain't nothing real. I gotta explain it to you to make it real to you. Anyway. Oh, it's all love. I'm out of here, man. Like I told y'all, you ask the real questions. Ask these motherfuckers the real questions. Stop asking me stupid questions. I'm real. I'm always 100. Listen, I'm an old school nigga. I lived back in those days, and them niggas can't talk about Pac like that. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect Pac. And it's not even about being biased about Pac. No nigga can't talk about me about Pac unless you gonna be real. I never said Pac was a gangster nigga like that. He was the most gangster nigga like that. Never, I would never ever say that. Pac was just a nigga. Listen, like I told, I connect the Pac in this way of I ain't no most gangster nigga in the world, but nigga, you play with me like that, nigga, I be that gangster nigga that you don't want. I'll be that motherfucker that you think that I'm not. And that's who Pac was. I mean, nigga, we ain't scared of nobody like that, nigga. Listen, we grew up in the hood. We know how that shit is. So we ain't scared. And that's the thing. A lot of these niggas is weirdos, nigga. Yo, let's do this. We out, man. Love y'all. Peace and love, man. Ain't nobody can do nothing to me, man. Like I said, if you want to do something to me, nigga, you got to kill me. I ain't scared of nothing. That's the thing. People think people scared. Or a motherfucker like me scared. I ain't scared of shit. You got to kill me. That's the only way I go out this earth. You got to kill me. And like I said, you play with me too long like that, nigga, like, ain't gonna. No, man. Let's move on. I'm out, man.